Okay, we're live. We're live. We'll give it a couple minutes. I know I told everybody up there's Miss V Young, so I guess they'll slowly stroll on in. Hey, Miss V Young, how are you? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday.
Everyone was so upset about the March Madness.
Girl, I don't listen, I don't even care. There was already one upset today already, so that's a lot of
Oh,
broken brackets.
Who was the upset?
Wisconsin lost.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
I need to look
so
and
is
see
there like
more.
a particular team that has like a really good shot?
I mean, it's up in the air. I mean, they Wisconsin was a 5 seed. High Point was a 12 seed, and High Point beat Wisconsin by 1 point. So
Oh
it
wow.
comes down
It's
to who
crazy.
plays better in that one game.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
why
because they
they.
don't have playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you could play good all season, have your best record, but that one game can make or break you in March Madness or in the tournament.
That's honestly why I don't really start paying attention to college basketball until March Madness rolls around because that's when it's exciting.
Exactly. Exactly. Now I do. I mean, I'm an avid basketball fan.
Hmm.
I mean, my oldest played for 10 years, so I mean, I was at the tournaments or AAU travel ball, all of that stuff.
Mm.
So, and even still, I'll watch the high school and college, local college games here in Illinois too. They just had their state
Hmm.
championships. But yeah, when it get closer to playoffs for everybody, the school kids, the high schoolers, college, whatever, I'm in it. So usually it starts in like February out here, and then it goes into the college stuff in March.
I've gotten more into the women's basketball
Mm-hmm.
in the last several years than I have the men's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watch
Before it
both.
was before it was hard for me to get into. Unfortunately, I hate saying it. It was hard for me to get into women's basketball for some reason, but I'm like I'd rather watch the girls play these days than the guys. I don't know why, but they're just even at the pro level, they feel so much more entertaining.
Gotcha. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Hey, you guys, I know they all up in the chat speaking. Hey, y'all. Hey, Rose, Melissa Spencer, Aisha Jackson, Sharon Rizzo, Cheryl Hines, Jenny Arthur. Hey, you guys, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I told you guys I was probably going to do it Wednesday, but I said if you were live with us, me and Bree went live on, was that Tuesday, Bree?
I think so. Yeah, we sure did. It
Yeah,
was St. Patty's Day.
right, when we roasted some of these characters, and I had and I had mentioned that we were going to do the weekly live today. I also did a couple early spoiler videos for the week of the 23rd, so I don't know if you guys checked those out. So I'm trying to get back into everything as my arm feels better day by day. But I want to get you guys some more content as much as possible. So I did drop 2 videos earlier today. Yep.
I saw them actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one that had the thumbnail with Sheila looking around the window corner at Deacon and Taylor. And then the other one was with Lauren and Phyllis going up to run Newman Enterprises, and then Victor's not happy about it.
I have so many thoughts. I feel like all this is gonna be a slow burn for May sweeps now. I think with Phyllis, she won't lose any of that until May, and Phyllis won't, not Phyllis, Sheila won't catch Taylor and Deacon until probably May at this point. But
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
I
But these are
guess we'll
some
see.
lazy cheaters.
Girl, this whole thing this week was insane. I mean, and then like you say with the promo with Taylor and Deacon, I still can't believe that woman brought that man up in Steffi's house. That's where I'm
Oh,
stuck at.
lazy
Well, I
in this.
mean, I mean, your daughter is adamant about you not being with Deacon, but you gonna have sex with this man in your house, in your daughter's house?
Hmm.
I'm still trying to understand why Taylor even lives there.
Exactly.
Right.
All that money she got, why does Taylor not have her own place by now?
Yeah, you would think. I mean, and
I
then
mean,
like y'all was saying in the group chat, and we'll talk more. I know we kind of jumping ahead, but she's a doctor and got how much money? He owns a business and got how much money? And y'all decided to take the free route in Steffi's house. Go get an Airbnb. I mean, I'm not condoning cheating or infidelity or any of that, but for the sake of the soap dialogue, don't y'all got some money to go somewhere else?
Right. A fancy hotel. I mean, not only is Taylor a doctor, Taylor is wealthy.
Exactly. And I would think if Deacon is trying to expand his business, he got a little bit, a couple coins in his pocket too. Y'all can split the bill or something. I don't know.
I mean, they could even get it on in that shoebox closet that she calls an office.
Mm.
But what do we know? But clearly, Taylor's not doing it right. She needs to go to Brooks' playbook on how to sneak around.
Well, I mean, and then the other thing what gets me is Sheila. She felt comfortable enough to come to Steffi's house.
Yeah, that whole setup made zero.
Exactly.
It would have made 1,000% more sense, like Bree said, had it just been in the office, because we've seen Sheila popping up at her office for weeks now. That would have made more sense than them doing this at Steffi's house and Sheila just popping up at Steffi's house with flowers. Like, Steffi still don't want nothing to do with you. So
Exactly.
why are you there?
Yeah, you just show up with some
Everybody just
flowers.
making
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
everybody just making dumb decisions.
Yeah, you got that right. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into all of this mess. Even though it was a 3 day soap week, we still got a lot to talk about. We kind of talked about some of these folks on Tuesday. I know Keish wasn't here with us, so I know she probably got a lot to say about, especially stuff on Bold and BTG. If you got a couple things on Y&R, that's cool too. But welcome you guys to Soap Corner Talk, where myself T, I got Bree and Keish on the line, and we're going to be discussing the Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, Beyond the Gates for the week of March 16th. And they usually keep it March 16th through the 20th, but it was yesterday, which was the 18th. And by the way, you guys, tomorrow is Bree Girl's birthday.
Yeah, happy early birthday, Bree.
Girl, you got plans?
No.
She's like, no.
No. Like my son, he's still fresh from his surgery, so if anything, probably while he's asleep, I'll have like a glass of wine. But
Okay.
I get kind of, weird about my birthday, but I appreciate the
Okay.
birthday wishes.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I mean, I just wanted to put it out there. If you don't want me to shine a light on you, I can.
Oh no, you're good.
Okay,
You're
gotcha. I know
good.
some people get kind of like, it's my birthday, no big deal, So, yeah.
Yeah, it's just different now, especially this year with my son, and then he has to have another surgery coming up. So
Oh my goodness. Okay, gotcha.
yeah, we found it out this week, unfortunately.
Oh, I know you weren't happy about that.
At all.
Is it they got to redo something?
So he's been having some issues with his breathing.
Oh no.
So he has to have it's a quick little procedure to make it
Make
easier for his
everything clear.
airways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Thank you for the super chat, Tommy. He said, I don't feel bad for Jack. He did it to himself. I don't know if I agree with that. Diane got mad. Keep up the good work. Poor Mr. Sheffield and Billy walked in on Jack. Happy birthday, Bree.
Oh, thank you. And thank you guys for the birthday wishes. Thank you.
Yep.
I'll try to have a glass of wine. I'll at least try to do that. I'm not a drinker, so I'll at least do that.
Mm-hmm. All righty. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into. Oh, wait a minute. For those that are new here, we do all three We do the Young and the Restless first, Bold and Beautiful, and then Beyond the Gates. And then we have our segments, Flip the Script. Who's taken several seats? Star of the Week, Pickle of the Week, Simple Olympics, and the Lily Winters Audacity Award. Okie
We got
dokie.
some contenders this week.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into Y&R. This mess is still going on with um, Victor losing his company, all of his machinations, Phyllis and Billy, and this whole thing with Matt Clark and them going to Vegas to speak to Reza because of what they found out that he might be there. All of this stuff is going on. So where you guys want to start today? And then that crazy conversation between Nate Kane and Victoria. We kind of touched on that on Tuesday, but we would most definitely touch on it again today.
Oh, goodness. Had a headache already with some of this.
I know, right?
I'm going to need for Phyllis to stop showing her hand all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Do some checks and balances. If you're going to run Summers Conglomerate, which is just, I'm like, it's very wordy for
Yeah,
a
that's
business.
a weird name. But go ahead.
Yeah. But do some checks and balances before you hand off a multi-million-dollar company, especially to your enemy. I would have gave it to anybody else but him. Like, and she's a self-proclaimed genius. And I've been on her side up until that point. Like, girl, like I felt bad for Billy, which is rare, but I did because I didn't want it to be in Victor's hands.
Well, that's why.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead, Keith.
No, that was me, but go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm like, girl, do something that shows that you're an intelligent human being and you're nothing like Kane. At least make the phone calls, call Billy, call whoever,
Mm-hmm.
and say, hey, like, negotiate, communicate. That's what a business person would do.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. However, communication is key.
Yes.
And when it comes to Billy, oh, there's another super chat. Thank you. I think that's Tommy again. Jack got drug. I do feel bad for him at that. Okay, great. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate you. Um, Billy, the moment that they found out that they had a lead, because they originally begged Phyllis to make the deal with Victor. They asked for her to do that. When you found out that your brother was taken and that y'all might have a lead, y'all headed to the what they call a marina.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he should have called Phyllis, especially if he wanted Chancellor that bad, and say, "Listen, hold off. I know we told you to, make the deal with Victor to get Jack back home." Because they were all up in her face calling her all type of selfish. Oh, you don't want to do nothing for yourself. You don't care about nobody. You don't care about Jack. So now that you know where he possibly could be, you got even before you left the shore, they told you he was out at sea or out at the lake. This is where you call Phyllis back and say, "Hey, we found Jack. We're about to head out to get him. Hold off on doing anything with Victor." He didn't do that. So what is Phyllis supposed to do? Y'all wanted her to do it. She figured she wanted to play hero. And I mean, I'm not a fan of her showing her hand, but she also was like, "Okay, I get to get Jack out. Maybe that'll make people see me differently. The Abbotts are begging me to do it. I'm not selfish, so let me help you guys out by getting Jack out." Unfortunately, the communication lapsed, and now she gave that company back. They found Jack, and now Billy is out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but especially when he was the one who wants the company, yeah, he should have called. Yeah. But at the same time, Phyllis, you hold the keys to everything. Everything. You could have your lawyers like make Victor wait or something. Or at least look at his phone and get the confirmation that the man was even released, like anything.
But see, that's where emotions and logic. Oh, Keish, were you trying to say something? Who was that trying to say something? That was you, Bree?
That
Oh,
it wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
oh,
Um, this is where emotions and logic don't work together because her emotional side was, well, this will make me look better to everybody because I freed Jack. Because I think that's part of it too. She wanted to, everybody thinks she's the town pariah because of the fact that she stole the company from the Newmans, right? Everybody, her kids, people, Sharon, Nick, whoever. Whoever is talking to her is calling her, you selfish and don't care nobody about, don't care about anybody but yourself. And so in her mind, she was like, huh, maybe this will make me look better to people. Well, unfortunately, you can't change the mind of another person unless they change their own mind. So she figured by doing this that it was going to make her look like a hero because she was like, now you can thank me when Billy came to the office, remember? And he was like, thank
yeah,
you for what? We found him ourselves. Okay. And then he turned around and tell Phyllis, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you call her? You were the one that was on the move.
yeah, exactly. And he wants it for himself because it doesn't really affect Phyllis much. It's that it makes her look stupid. Like
Exactly.
I would never have given. I would have played a little bit more close to the chest before just handing off a company like that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she
But
thought that people would see her differently. That's why you, I mean, in a situation like she is, get the facts first. I mean, just let's just play it Billy way, and like you say, don't show your hand to Victor. Could she have called and say, "Hey, have you heard anything from Jack?" And he said, "Oh yeah, by the way, we found a lead." I guess it could have happened both ways, but I think more of the burden is on Billy because you're on the move. You found all of this information, yet your company is in the hands of somebody that you told to give it back. He told her to give it back.
yeah, they all did.
They sure
They
did.
all, Nikki, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so she did that.
Mm-hmm.
So they really can't be mad with her. And I'm glad that Billy realized that when he was talking with Sally
Sally,
too.
right, right.
He
Yep.
was like, I don't think that she had ill intentions. She tried to do it for the right reasons. So at least, he acknowledged that he's not trying to put the full blame on her, but it was just a stupid business move on her part because if the roles were reversed, Victor would have he wouldn't hand off nothing.
No.
But the way he smiled when she said, like, "Oh, I beat you. Like, I can play with the big dogs," or something that she said. No, honey, you can't.
No. Mm-mm.
Unfortunately, and I'm rooting for her, but if she makes stupid moves like this, I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, it's not gonna last long for her at all. Which let's go back to Billy because we want to move to that conversation that Billy had with Sally. And I I have a feeling that there's a part of Sally that's like, okay, phew, good. That's what you get. And I mean, she wasn't open about it, but she also wasn't tossing him a bone because she was looking like, okay, so what you gonna do now? I mean, and then she tell him, "Why don't you go visit your mama?" And he was like, "What you expect me to do? Go read a book or something?" That's when that conversation we had in the group chat about, okay, don't you got some kind of money to do something with?
that's what I'm not understanding because Billy's not broke, but at the same time, he's not rich like his mom or his brother because
Mm-hmm.
they're billionaires. So he gets a piece of the Abbott fortune, and I'm like, what did you do with your money? Because most people, if they lose a business, well, like business owners, like they lose a business, they'll try to regroup and start another one. Like
Mm-hmm.
keep yourself busy. It's like he wants to be told what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it proves Adam right that he's just not fit, that he's just not a business savvy person.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes from job to job to job. He is a Kelly Services temp employee
Yeah,
at best.
Lord have mercy. Girl, you so crazy. Monique, thank you for the super chat. She said, why didn't Phyllis ask for proof of life on Jack before she did what she did?
Same way we ask about like why don't anyone like to call the police?
Yeah, I
Like
mean, the
I
thing is, didn't she say something to him like, I need you to take care of, and he looked at his phone and probably pushed for Uber Eats to come over and then said that he did it?
he probably had like a burger and fries. He was tracking the order, make sure it
Right.
was gonna get delivered. Because we know his wife is not gonna cook.
He just pushed a
Um,
button on his phone and said done, and you was like, okay, cool.
like he could have been playing Candy Crush. He could have been like anything. Like at least ask for
Oh
proof, a
man,
screenshot or something.
I know,
Because
right?
didn't Billy show her proof when they got the picture of Jack being unconscious and they
Right,
had to show it to her?
right.
Like, why
So
didn't she ask for that same proof?
because she just, again, there's a part of Phyllis that trusts Victor as much as she hate this man. When she's in the middle of doing things with him, she figures that she can trust him, and I'm like, what alter ego are you in that moment to think that that man is any different when you hate him?
Yeah. And I'm
She,
like, y'all just
girl,
continue to be a glutton for punishment.
yep, he played all of them because they allow themselves to be played. I
They
mean, I
gotta
would
get.
have wished, you know what? I wish they could have, as much as it looked like BTG and does the most crossovers that we've seen in the past year or so. But I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have minded if Bill Spencer bought
Oh,
one of those companies to have, and I would like to see Bill go toe to toe with Victor. And we're not talking about Brad. Brad, it was a totally different care. We talking about Dollar Bill Spencer.
because at least you're not gonna talk to Bill any kind of way
No.
unless you're Brooke, because
Mm-mm.
he'll get away with it if it's Brooke. But I at least like the way that Bill handles himself. Like you're not going to talk to him crazy. You're not going to try to manipulate him. He's going to try to be in control and also use his money to get a step ahead of things.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that Bill could give Victor a run for his money?
Victor like to collect people at this point. He's collecting human beings. That I mean, is Bill capable of that?
I don't
Well,
think
I
so.
take I take that back. I mean, he had someone get pushed off of the helicopter. His son almost got blown up in a building, so he is capable of a lot.
Pushing people off of cliffs and everything else.
Yeah, so he might actually be the one to go toe to toe with him. Actually,
I would like to
um,
see that. With all of these companies being sold and spread out, I would like, I mean, especially just say Sally didn't get a hold to Newman Media. I wouldn't have minded seeing Phyllis cross her over to make a deal with Bill Spencer because, I mean, Newman Media is a publishing company,
sure
it's a
is. That
media
actually would
company.
make perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh,
That
we
would
need
have
a
been, that's a
producer credit.
really, and I mean, even if they didn't want to cross sets, because I mean, obviously that takes time and money. But at least like with Beyond the Gates, Ridge was on the phone with Danny. So they could have had some scene where Phyllis from Newman Enterprises called over to say, hey, Dollar Bill Spencer, and he's sitting over there in his office. We ain't got to fly people from Genoa City to LA or back. And said, hey, I see you a publishing company. You're looking for another acquisition. And
I
Bill is
mean,
like, from who? Newman Media? You mean Victor Newman Media? Newman Media? And he like, oh yeah, I'll take that any day. How much? Something that would have made it creative. And therefore, because Victor, like you said, is just collecting people at this point. He's just doing what he's doing, running ruckshot. These people are allowing it. They're being dumb, stupid, scary. They scared of this man. I want to see Bill go toe to toe with him.
I would love that, and I would love that for Phyllis too, because that's the perfect man for her,
Oh,
and he would
girl,
actually put her in her place.
girl, Phyllis and Bill Spencer would be, man.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's my dream pairing, because he'll give like the way that she scribes like Aristotle Dumas is everything Bill is.
Exactly.
So that's her perfect match. And on top of that, he would put her in her place. But she
Do
gets to act so wild.
Do you think, now let's pull another character from that other side? Do you think Joey could go toe to toe with Victor?
I think, oh, that's a good question.
I mean, Joey got bodies too.
He sure does, and he knows how to cover them up.
And he don't
And
play
Elise,
either. And he got people under his control.
and he has money. He owns casinos, and casino owners are very, very wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he got people on the streets, and he got people in his back pocket. I think he could.
I think he could too.
I
I
mean, I mean,
really do. And even if they didn't make them opposition, because people like Billy and Adam was in the gambling world,
hmm
who's to say, they could have made a connection there and say, hey, what is Joey's last name on Beyond the Gates? The character.
Armstrong.
Joey
Oh,
Armstrong, yeah.
yeah.
Joey Armstrong, and Billy, or even if Billy teamed up, say, trying to get Chancellor back, you owe me, hey Joey, you owe me, or something like that, and you like, Billy, what you need? I'm trying to get a hold of Chancellor, my family company, my mom, blah 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 blah, and he'll figure out a way to make that happen to go up against Victor to keep it out of his hands. Something. There's a way to
And
do.
you know what?
It's so many ways to connect these folks.
And it's not hard at all, because we know in the summer, Young and the Restless is going to cross over to BTG, so they're going to fly from LA to Atlanta to that set. So they
Mm-hmm.
have the money and the capability to fly out 6 characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it could be done. I feel it would have been easier with Bold and Y&R crossing over. I think they have very few in recent years, but
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with you. I think Bill, like, have a meeting with Phyllis about Newman Media. They have a little flirtation back and forth. They would fit each other so well.
Who would fit each other?
Uh, Bill and Phyllis.
Oh, Bill and Phyllis. Yeah, still on them. Okay, gotcha.
like he would fill her delusions, and she would gladly spend his money and run
Mm-hmm.
around with the entitlement. She would actually wear it well than Katie would, but
Mm-hmm.
it would make more sense.
Yeah.
But the fact that they allowed, it's like no one can step up to Victor, and that's sad. It's like he there's no grounding him. Like he
Yeah,
already
I
got a
mean,
chance for that.
he surrounds himself by people that he can
Enable
control.
him.
That and he
That,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. What you say?
yeah, that enable him and encourage his bad habits, like his daughter.
Yeah, I mean, people fear him as well. That's the other thing. And he used that fear to control people. I mean, he's running around kidnapping people, and instead of calling the cops, they're trying to, oh, just give him what he wants.
Yeah,
I mean, Kane has been running around for the last 2 months like a chicken with his head cut off.
he doing what Victor tell him to do, doing what Phyllis tell him to do. I'm like, don't you have money, sir?
Don't you have a brain? It's like, dude,
Yes.
you took the time to spend the last 6 years building $1 billion empire only to lose all of it because you either simping for Lily or you're afraid of Victor.
Yeah, or it's both. I mean, he got a little small backbone earlier this week, but it wasn't much to brag about. But he has all this common sense. Well, I can't even call it common sense. He has all of this energy to try to get Phyllis to sign it over, and then convince Phyllis that Daniel wants to try to make things work. Talk to Daniel, do this. All of this except for call the cops.
Right.
Like, I'm like, even if you don't call the cops, you have money, use it. Private security, hire people to follow Victor, like put taps on the phone, like just make some sort of moves versus writing a letter to Phyllis saying, "Hey, I try to get Daniel to try to see your side of things. I'm still gonna work on him, and then
Mm-hmm.
make video messages to Lily. If you really think that something happened to her, what makes you think she's going to see it?"
Exactly. Which let's go to that conversation with Kane because he had a conversation with Nate this week. Well, first the conversation was between Victoria and Nate. And of course, Victoria's headed off to Italy to try to see if she can get in Summer's head to turn against her mother. And that plan doesn't even make sense because she's already not speaking to her. What else can she do? I don't understand what Victoria thinks she's going to accomplish. You going to kidnap her too? I don't What else can you do at this point if the girl ain't speaking to her mama right now?
Yeah, and Nick was not happy about that. But he said, "I'm going to do what I want to do." Just disrespectful. But if the roles were reversed, she would have an issue with Nick doing anything. But anywho,
Well, that's what Nick, instead of worrying about what Victoria do, call your daughter and say, listen, my sister, I told her not to come up here. My sister, your auntie, is coming up there to try to see what she can do to get you to stick it to your mother. You out there working, running a business, living your best life. You got a new man. If Victoria comes near you, do not talk to her. Get ahead of it. He act like he don't know what to do. Go talk to your kid and say, don't talk to her.
I don't think it's going to really accomplish much because they haven't made an announcement about the Summer character. So unless like she brings the Summer character over and this is how we get introduced to the new actress, I don't see Victoria's efforts going to do anything. But it's just the disrespect and like you were saying, like what is it going to benefit? This woman Phyllis had faked her own unaliving, and her daughter was still on her side.
Threw away her whole marriage for that whole thing.
So why wouldn't she side with her mother at some point? And on top of
Exactly.
that, Victoria has been pretty nasty and disrespectful to Summer, especially when it came to Claire and Kyle and how nasty she was being. So what makes Victoria think that she's so special that she's able to convince Summer of anything?
Because she thinks she's manipulative just like her dad, and she's probably going to go over there and try to finesse this girl to see if she can, oh, well, I know we haven't been close and all, but we're going through a crisis right now, and this affects you and the rest of the Newmans, and you need to get your mother in check. And I mean, I want you to be on our side. Who know, girl, she thinks she's going to manipulate her way into that. However, going back to the conversation over at Crimson Lights, the conversation, Nate is trying to figure out what's going on with Lily and the kids. And then she's sitting up there looking like, well, I don't know. Knowing full well what's going on, whether Lily is playing along or not. And then she says, well, it's not going to last that long. This will be over soon. And he like, what you mean by that? And so did Kane. So Kane decides that he wants to corner her in this conversation, and as she's getting cornered, Nate decides to put his cape on and tell her, "Hey, don't be talking to her like that. Don't you got a plane to catch? Why don't you get on out of here?" And I'm like, "Are you serious, Nate?"
Yeah, he lost all of his attractiveness, all his sex appeal, everything. Like he was fine from the eyebrows down. Now I just can't look at him. It's so pitiful. Like Kane is showing you a picture, showing you proof that Victor is setting up uh, this thing for not this thing, but like the kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
Whether and he's forcing Kane's hand to try to work Phyllis, even though he doesn't have any leverage, before he can release Lily and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you would think, okay, Victoria might know something, but instead she's lying right in your face. And you
Both
just
of them.
putting your cape on,
Mm-hmm.
and saying we're gonna have dinner after. Don't listen to him. If Victoria says everything's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. Victoria, don't you have a flight to catch? I don't want you to miss your flight. And when you get back, we're gonna have dinner. What?
He's an idiot.
You see a picture, and this is your reaction.
No, you know why? Because he want to shift the blame all on Kane. He said this is your fault, and I'm like, so you just blew past the fact that Victor kidnapped, so-called kidnapped, your cousin and the kids. Kane had nothing to do with that. I don't care if this man did bring an AI system to town. The fact of the matter, Victor installed that AI program into his own company, and Victor also chose to either have Lily play along or actually truly kidnap. That has nothing to do with Kane. You projecting that
Yeah.
all on Kane and absolving the Newmans.
And how about the fact that prior to Kane jumping in the conversation, he was telling Victoria, "Oh, well, we spoke to Devon and I spoke to Victor, and we asked, and he was kind of dancing around an issue, and we left, and now it's getting to the point. Now she's not posting pictures online, but we might need to call the police. She's been gone since the end of January." And now you're thinking to call the police. You didn't think to maybe call your Lily's children, and that would also confirm the dots that you can't reach your cousin or her children. Like it's just very unrealistic, and it's very cartoony in my opinion, because in a real life situation, like if it was like you don't they do like a welfare check
Right.
after like 48 hours or something like that, 72 hours. I know you guys will let me know in the chat, Soapies, but who lets almost 2 months go by if you don't hear from someone, if they're not in the army or they're not having like a extensive medical condition? Who just allows 2 months to go by and you don't call the police or at least confirm their whereabouts?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not realistic. We didn't. The last time we seen Devon and Nate come over to Victor's house was like maybe mid to late February. And then they just let that drop. And we hadn't seen them since until like now. And yeah, like you say, it's just not realistic. If your cousin and Devon, that's his sister, you just came out of a kidnapping of your son. Now your sister's missing, and you just like, oh, well, blase, blase. We'll talk to Victor, and then there was nothing.
Right. Like where is the urgency, especially when it comes to your niece and your nephew too?
Right.
And people are acting as if they don't know how Victor is and how this family, the Newman family, moves funny. They
Mm-hmm.
don't there's no boundaries. They will not cross, as we see, that to get what they want. And Victoria's all on board with everything that happened with Jack,
Oh,
and
God,
on
yeah.
board with
Mm-hmm.
and on board with Lily playing along even after her own nephew was kidnapped.
Right.
That is just despicable. And this is why it's hard for me to even root for the new ones. Like I hope they all fall to the ground. It's just weird how all the blame is being shifted onto Kane and to Phyllis, but none of it to Victor.
Exactly. All of this chaos is because of the fact that he decided to install that system into his own company.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing was to destroy it. Now, Lily unfortunately was happy about the fact that Victor used that company against Arabesque.
Yeah.
Insane. Oh, by the way, Ramon, thank you for your super chat. Ramon says Roger Horwath should have been Tucker McCall with the AI program taking over these companies, not Kane, aka Billy Flynn, should have went to GH as Nicholas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Roger
couldn't agree with
Horwath
you
is
more.
funny. They should have had him in another role.
He should have been Tucker McCall. I highly, 100,000% agree with that. Oh, we would have had some great writing, some great material, some great storylines. We had great chemistry with Michelle Stafford, with everybody. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
such a missed opportunities. Writers, Josh Griffin, the producers. While everyone's able to submit Emmy nominations starting today, just wanted to throw that out there. It was a missed opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
and
my
there's missed opportunity with the storylines in general because we could have seen Kane really tap into like a dark side and actually meet Victor where he was at. I mean, that's why they created this character super rich after 6 years and playing with all these different chess pieces and sneaking from one continent to the next to try to maneuver things. And I'm like, what happened to that guy?
girl, they got rid of that real quick. The moment Lily chasing after Lily for the past 2025, that whole thing went out the window. That was his downfall.
Yeah.
He threw everything away to make her happy, only for her to be breadcrumbing him for a whole year, and then decided to run off because Phyllis kissed him, and then all she been doing is playing games, and this man was falling for it, hook, line, and sinker, each and every time.
Yeah.
So much so that he lost his company based on both Lily telling him to get rid of it and Victor destroying Arabesque, and her being happy about that.
And he allowed it to happen knowing he had the control to get all of that back, or at least stab Victor in the back for him destroying the company. Like he waited until Lily decided to up and leave him. He got his feelings hurt that badly that he actually went into place and make some power moves. It's just
Man,
uh
listen, we lit up like a Christmas tree at the end of January when Kane told Phyllis, "Hey, I already got the button to push it to destroy Victor's company from within." I'm like, "Okay, let's go."
like the
Oh,
writers, they heard us.
yeah.
They
Well,
listened to us.
that was a quick letdown when they decided to flip the script and let Victor become one up over him and this whole thing, and Phyllis too, because Phyllis was riding with this man, but because he's emotionally tied to Lily and all of this, that was, and she's like, "Look, I ain't got time to play with you. I got to do what I got to do, whether that's with you or without you."
Yeah, and I was rooting for Phyllis from that point on, her
Hmm.
and Billy, and then now it's just Phyllis by herself, and well, I guess we have Lauren, but it's just
I
I
was
had high hopes for Kane.
I was so hoping Billy got Chancellor. I really was. It
Yeah, me
seemed
too.
like I mean, because it wasn't like he was obsessing. And then they had this man in dialogue say, "You know what?" He told Sally, "You know what? I have to admit, I was obsessing." No, you weren't. Phyllis handed you a company when you didn't even expect it. So why
Yeah,
you want to take on a narrative that don't even apply to your situation?
yeah. It's this is I don't understand, and really trying not to shade the writers, but like, how did they get a Writers Guild
Girl,
award?
I
I'm
guess.
lost.
I
And
guess, girl.
Gail Lewis said, "Is Lily staging the kidnapping or Victor planned it?" So Victor told everyone that Lily is for it. So we won't get any confirmation until Crystal Khalil is back on screen. She's actually been filming since January, so I don't understand like why she hasn't appeared yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the reason in the writing Victor got Chancellor, I think he's going to give Chancellor to Lily for her cooperation.
Yeah, and
And
that's gonna piss Devon and Nate
Nate,
off because they screwed you over the first time. And then they welcome you back over to the family business at Winters, and then you go disappear high and dry. They thinking that you need a break from Kane when you out there plotting with Victor, and then you gonna jump ship, leave us all this work over here, only to get back with Victor over at Chancellor. I don't think they're gonna
mm-hmm.
be happy with that at all. But they probably gonna blame that on Kane too. None of this
Oh
would have
yeah,
happened if this was your fault.
yep. Lily would get no consequences for her actions.
Nope.
They will bypass her insensitivity for going along with it even after her own nephew was kidnapped. It's all Kane's fault. There's never going to be any logic. They didn't do their due diligence as family members to check to see where her whereabouts were. And Devon is a whole billionaire too. All these billionaires, and they're scared to use their money.
Girl.
Give me some of that money.
Yeah, I mean, you have your money gives you is a tool to give you access to different things. And being that you got a lot of it, why didn't you use your resources to figure out where your sister is?
Yeah, but I think that's when Crystal Khalil's going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Victor's going to hand her Chancellor, and she's going to magically come out of hiding and then rub it in Kane's face. And Victor's going to do that to be a slap in the face to Nikki
Mm-hmm.
for her being so worried and so concerned about Jack. Victor was so mad about that.
Yeah, so let's talk about that because now that gets us into this other storyline with Jack and and Diane. And you guys know how I feel about that particular storyline with Patty involved. Y'all heard my rant on
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday. So, I mean, I'm not going to dive hard into it because I talked about it briefly last Friday. Was that last Friday? Yeah, last Friday. And then also on Tuesday because all logic went out the window because of what she ran into. And and I know Jenna is cheering from the rooftops when it comes to Diane. I've seen her in my comment section, and Jenna is like, oh, yeah, this couldn't happen to a better person, meaning Diane. Now, I don't like, of course, what has happened in the situation with Patty. However, Diane is being a hypocrite. And number one, you spent all that time begging Phyllis, talking to Victor. Y'all learned that the man had been kidnapped from Victor's own mouth. If you don't give me Chancellor back, you will never see Jack ever again. There you go. All type of threats were thrown. Y'all see this man actually get taken away from when he leaving Jabot. He gets out there, and you can tell that the man is clearly under the influence of something. And your first reaction isn't to say, who did this to you? Your first action is to think that he's been having an affair. And you walk out, and then nothing was said on the ride home. You get back to the Abbott mansion that you spent the last 2 years trying to become the matriarch of, even changing the designs, pillows, interior in that house, only to walk out because you think that this man purposely slept with Patty.
Yeah. And
And you
I'm
did the
like,
same thing.
oh yeah, she's trying to trap a baby out of him. About what? I know Jenny, you'll correct me on the time frame, but wasn't it about 15 years ago? It wasn't that long ago. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and on top of that, this is what Diane is pretty much known for back in the day. She was always trying to trap a man with a baby somehow, or try to sleep with a man to try to get one up over on Phyllis or something. But what Patty did is exactly what Diane did to Jack many moons ago.
Mm-hmm.
So she couldn't read between the lines and see what was being done. And I'm like, and then you want to just quietly just walk out the house. You're so distraught that he would do such a thing. I'm like, ma'am,
Stop.
oh, they pacify essay to men so much on these soaps.
Girl. That and DV, both of those things. Cause she slapped this man, and Monique said, I think it was who dropped. Oh, Brooklyn. Brooklyn said Diane slapping Jack was so wrong. This man clearly, he's trying to tell you. He even told you what happened, and she said, forget the drugs. Are you serious right now?
For how can we forget it when it's the catalyst for what you just walked in on? How this man, you know, he was taken against his will. You saw the picture.
And
You
he's
literally.
telling you that he fought it, and it was something in the alcohol, or, well, it shouldn't have made you decide to do this, that, and the third. Okay, so really, that's what we're doing? Because from what I understand, if you put something, or roofied, or whatever the situation is, I got to watch what words I can use, but if you
Yeah.
put something in somebody's drink, you can't say, "Well, you didn't know that you didn't consent." There is no place in this country that that comment would work if that was a female.
Yeah. I mean, and I understand Patty's viewpoint. Well, it's not even a viewpoint, but she wanted to get back. She was actually so happy when she got caught. She's like, "Oh, all the Abbott family!" Like, "Oh, Diane, can you pick up my skirt or something?" She said,
Mm-hmm.
and then Diane was about to throw a shoe at her. Like Patty wanted to get her get back, but I mean, neither woman can judge the other. They both are. They both
But
did
it's
this.
just, I guess it's just the illogical approach. Now, if Diane had walked in on, and I even said this on Tuesday, if Diane had walked in on Nikki and Jack, because
Oh,
there has been a closeness with them as friends. She show up anytime, any day of the night, any time of the night. Even Jack has tell they've been. This has been an ongoing conversation between her, meaning Diane, and Jack, over Nikki's influence or always being needy for Jack to help her. But this is Patty. She was in a maximum security prison. Did you think how the heck she could have got out of that and planted here? Think.
yeah. Like someone could hate your husband so much, almost as if it was like a 40-year vendetta against your husband, this whole rivalry. Who would go to great lengths to do such a thing? This is not like him taking a vacation,
Right.
and just getting a yacht to go to Lake Michigan.
Girl, the way that she looked, it was almost like he took the yacht out to the lake so he couldn't be found to sleep with Patty. Nobody even know this girl was out of prison. First of all, she wasn't supposed to be out of prison. So what that means then is that somebody with a lot of power and money and resources did that on purpose. And you didn't think about none of that. All you thought about is the fact of what you saw, and you figured like you cheated on me. I mean, you kind of sound like Ivy right now.
Oh, and it's disgusting either which way. I didn't like it when they pacified it on Bold, and like even Kyle is kind of pacifying this to a degree too.
Yeah,
He's like, "How can you do this to my mom? How can you?" It's not the same thing.
it's not.
Like Jack has cheated on women. It has been very clear on screen. This is not what that was, and I
Mm-hmm.
was very very surprised by some of the fan reaction online to this.
Yeah, girl. Yes, yes, yes.
I mean, I'm so sorry that Diane had to go through this. This is pitiful for a man to do this. And then one that stuck out was like, um, I don't care if he was um, drugged or whatever. He still allowed his lower region to function to do the job still.
That ain't how that work. Oh my,
Yeah.
that ain't how that work. The human, just like I could be facing away from you. If you happen to stick me in the back with a pin, my
Hmm.
nerves are going to react to that.
Yeah.
I didn't purposely go toward the pin.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's just the sanitized versions of the stuff I read. It's a whole lot worse. And there were some people were talking about like the cheating stories, and like cannot compare the two. And everyone else is. I understand everyone is entitled to their opinion. I'll probably just leave it at
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. It's just not my viewpoint.
Yeah. I mean, people have their thoughts, but they take it differently when it's on the other side. And I'm just gonna say that. I mean, it's not only SA, it's also DV too.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, moving on. We gotta talk about Lauren. We saw this on yesterday's episode where looked like Lauren does want to work with Phyllis, and Michael is, as much as he's trying to support his wife, he is definitely begrudgingly about it.
At first, I was thinking Lauren is up to
I
something.
did too.
But now I'm like, okay, maybe she really well, we know she really don't like Victor, but her explanation about it working with Phyllis, I'm like, okay, maybe this could work. Maybe she can be the only person kind of reel Phyllis in, and with her hatred, with Lauren's hatred for Victor, it could work to help kind of cut corners and different things. But then you got Michael over there just pouting like, how can Phyllis do this? And this man went ahead and got a whole mustache. I'm like, you miss Victor so much. He, he
Oh my
like,
god, that is
Lauren was so
hilarious.
surprised. Lauren was so surprised, like, oh, you brought me bagels. You came back with a mustache. I'm like, I didn't even notice until she said something. I'm like, oh
Right,
my
I had to
God.
look. I'm like, oh yeah, he got one, huh?
I'm like, you miss that man so badly. You just, if there's any man who will put a cape on for Victor, it will be him. Um,
And here's the crazy thing: Victor is going to see this as an opportunity because this
yeah.
man, he think this man owe him, and then Victor is like, if you really want to prove to me that you are, with me, and now, because he's always having to prove himself to Victor. He gonna use this man against the two of them, and I'm wondering if Michael will really do it.
Uh, unfortunately, I do see that that could be a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, he's choosing his friendship with Victor over the one friend who's actually been in both of their corners,
Mm-hmm.
because neither Michael or Lauren are perfect.
Mm-mm.
But he's choosing to side with the person who he helped try to go after the Abbotts, and who he's helped try to cover up a lot of this man's crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Why on earth? That's why it's so hard to root for the Newmans. They deserve everything that they're getting. They need to
Mm-hmm.
be knocked down to the ground. I hope Phyllis carries that torch
Yeah,
for
but
as long as we can get it.
right, like you said, it may go to May sweeps. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael is on cringe right now because as much as he want to support his wife, he also is a fierce follower of Victor.
He, I mean, he is Victor's favorite lap dog. Like he just can't wait to get into the house and lay on his dog bed and do any tricks
You
that
said on
Victor
his
tell him to
dog
do.
bed. Girl, you are so crazy.
He has one. I mean, he'll
Mm-hmm.
never get a room in the mansion, but he'll take a dog bed. He'll this is the same man last year who was answering Victor's phone call by the first ring. He kept checking his phone when he was with his wife. He didn't know what to do with himself.
Mm-hmm.
He was the same man who got mad and jealous about Nikki's birthday party. He didn't want to smile. Everybody's smiling, clapping. He just looked, giving a sour look, and then he couldn't even dance with his wife. He was over there staring at Victor. Being up underneath Victor is more important than anything to Michael.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. So we'll definitely see how that pan out. I mean, could Lauren be the mole that Phyllis never expected, or she could be legit. She could be genuine, but then they also have to look out for Michael because of where his allegiance lie with Victor. So
Yeah. Ugh. I hope they keep this at least for as long as they can. But with that crossover coming in the summer, I would imagine Victor would have all his companies back by
yeah,
then.
I guess we'll see, girl. All right, we got anything else on Bold? I mean, on Young and the Restless?
Nick
Oh yeah, we got the
and
stuff in L.A.
yeah, that mess.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean,
they go to
not
LA,
L.A. Vegas. I'm sorry.
Vegas. So they finally made their way out there. I don't know what Chelsea and Sharon were like talking about. Like, oh my God, is this going to be a good situation? Like, I don't know what's going to happen to Adam. I'm like, but let these men be men, please. Like, if they said they got it, that's fine. Like, good. I'm just so sick of the weak men on the show.
Girl,
Like,
listen, Jenna said Nick is an idiot.
then let him be an idiot. He really didn't want Adam to go because that's where he's been getting his fixes from.
Well, the thing is, he actually think that he's going to be able to approach and talk to Riza and get what he want. I'm like, she don't know you like that, and she's not just some random person that is like, oh, okay, cool, let's chat about it. No, she's deep into that world. She's not just gonna talk to you just because you tell her to. And that's where Adam was like, look, I have a connection with this girl since I was Spider. Let me try to work this. And we saw in the promo next week he gonna get a gun pointed in his face. But I don't know what you know Nick was thinking that he was going to be able to go down there and handle it. He has no idea what he's doing or getting himself into.
Right. I mean, at least Adam is trying to get him a little bit closer. That actually makes common sense since
Right,
he's had those connections.
right.
And even Adam is like, look, let me just help you get to that point and you can do whatever you want to Matt Clark. I'm not even trying to stop you.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was the only one, once again, trying to make sense of things. Like
Yeah.
this is Adam's wheelhouse. Let him actually do what he's good at.
Girl, this man is a hothead. He figured that I'm going to do what I want to do because I'm mad. And it's like, that ain't how that works.
I think something else is talking.
Well,
I
yeah, I
think
mean, the drugs are definitely an issue too.
yeah, it's all of that talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's a little irritated that his brother had tagged along and he can't get his fix.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But this is also would have been a great crossover with Beyond the Gates because they could have had Riza like be like one of Joey's like people
Mm-hmm. You
since
would
he owns
think.
casinos. Yeah, but oh well.
Yep, I guess we'll see how that. And then we had a short clip with Sienna and Noah and Sharon. So
This is so weird. I don't know if I was Sharon, I don't know if I would feel like buddy with Sienna and being all up on my son like that. I don't know.
Girl, I don't know. That whole thing, we still haven't gotten the clarity about him and Allie.
Nope. They just expect us to like, oh, that never happened. You just carry on a whole second relationship.
Right.
I'm just
You don't.
assuming at this point, him and Allie are
Broken up.
officially over, and they're just not even going to address it anymore.
Nope.
It's it's hard to read Sharon sometimes when it comes to Sienna, because I felt like in the beginning she she wasn't really feeling it, and then it was like she was warming up to her, and then it's like when they're in scenes together, like
Mm-hmm.
her, Sienna, and Noah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Sharon is kind of giving this side eye look, like I wish you would leave my son alone. So I feel like she's just going along to get along because she doesn't want to be alienated from Noah, because she knows
Mm-hmm.
if she tries to go in with the I don't like her and tries to be all combative, that it'll just mess up her relationship with him. But I think ultimately, I don't think she likes her son with Sienna.
Oh
Mm.
yeah, I think Nick is the same way. He gives the same like, all right, like they just kind of just deal with her being
Mm-hmm.
around. But I was more bothered by the fact that Noel was saying, like, oh, she's family. She can be a part of our important family discussions and our conversations. I'm like, boy, you don't know her yourself.
Right.
It's it screams desperation with Noah. Like he's desperate to keep her around for some reason. Well, I guess because he's in love with her, but
I guess.
Yeah, I think it's one sided personally, but I mean, how
Yeah.
many times has this woman left him? She left him on a letter.
Yeah, that's the
He
thing.
cried.
She decided to go out to LA for a little bit, and then what made you come back? Because I mean, like you say, she wrote a letter and he took off.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
but I think that name, that Newman name, and that Newman prestige, just like everybody else who wants to get underneath the Newman throne, I don't
Hmm.
think she's any different.
I agree. All
But
right,
I
did
think
we
she's,
did we cover everything now?
oh yeah, I think we're good now.
All right, let's talk bold. So we had the fashion show that of Logan and the crash by Brooke and Ridge and Eric. This mess that's going on with these folks and RJ, Will, Electra, Dylan. The situation with Steffi, being confronted by Ivy and Electra to fire Dylan. It's just I don't know. I mean, I guess it's interesting because we get annoyed with certain people, but it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. Where y'all want to
Mm-mm.
start?
We can get these kids out the yeah, get these kids out the way. Um, Will and RJ, and they're still acting like they're not cousins, even though they just acknowledge, like, oh, your mom is my mom's sister. Well, yeah, we know. I'm glad that
Mm-hmm.
you know too, honey. But RJ's audacity saying that you need to leave. You need to get out. You knew what was going on with your dad taking my granddad's designs. Like, we can't trust you. You need to go. You need to get out of here. I'm like, boy, this is above your pay grade. Like, yes, your name is on the building, but slow it down.
Mm-hmm.
But you would think that Will would be like, you know what? I don't have to tolerate this. I don't need to be accused of anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and just quit and leave and not have to deal with you guys at all. You would think.
Mm-hmm.
And these boys coming to blows about this girl, this spoiled, entitled girl, and it's over nothing. But the way that Ridge was looking at Will when all that stuff came about. I know we'll get to the Eric stuff in a minute, but I'm like, Will, just leave. Just go.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm like, boy, why are you even dealing with this mess? You don't have to
Like,
be there.
your name is not on the building. You're not doing anything spectacular. You know, you attract a lot of the girls there. So if anything, these girls are looking to try to set up a trap so they can try to get a boyfriend. Like, you're around thirsty women while you're pushing coffee.
Yeah.
That's the only appeal to working over at Forrester.
Yeah.
It was when he said when he was with his parents, and he was like, "Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm not defending those Forresters." Like, he said it in that tone of voice, and it was like, if that's how you feel about them, that's even more reason for you to leave. Because he said it with a tone. What'd you say?
I agree. I was like, why collect the paycheck?
Yeah, because it was like the tone of voice he used was almost like, I don't really care for them, but it's that's where I work, and it's like, you have options.
Right.
If you don't care for them, then go work with your parents.
Exactly. And I find it very interesting how bad he talks about his dad now when his dad was right there with him in this whole Luna situation.
He's always seemed to have an kind of negative opinion about Bill. Like, even when he first came back, I feel like he would throw little, kind of like little jabs at him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree. The way that he stood by him during the Luna situation, you would think that he would be a little more mindful about the way that he talks about his father.
Yeah, this fool had the nerve to say, he had the nerve to say, you didn't think about how all of this would affect my life. It's like, all of what, dude? Only reason that you having issues because you're over there with the Foresters. If you were with your family, you wouldn't have this issue.
And how about Bill handed you your life,
Right.
your lifestyle? Like, I would be one of Bill's kids if I could. Like, you have a fully paid multi-million-dollar beach house.
You know what?
That has 2 stories.
I just thought about something that's interesting. So Dylan wants to be with the type of guy that technically her and Deke was talking against.
I don't think that she's no different from a lot of these girls who, once they get up underneath a wealthy guy and see that lifestyle, they'll say one thing and then their actions will do another. I don't think Dylan's different, but yeah, these are spoiled, entitled people, and RJ is the same way. He's no different. I mean, these are people who are handed their lifestyles. So I'm at least with Will, like, you don't have to put up with any of this. Your name is your last name is on a completely different billion-dollar business. Go. Like, why are you so concerned? You would have a C-suite position that day.
Yep.
But I don't want to, I disapprove of what you guys have done to the Foresters. Like, you guys are ruining my life. Okay, how about your daddy take all the things associated with your life, your house, your car, your inheritance? Then what you gonna do?
I mean, like you said, that whole beach house, no daddy gave that to you.
I mean, like, Taylor can't even sneak around her daughter's house. She can't even get a house to herself. You got a whole beach house you're not really making good use of. Like, this ungrateful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't ever have to worry about working a day in your life if you did not want to.
Mm-hmm.
Your daddy and your mom want you over there with them. What is so wrong with that? What are you gaining working over at Forrester?
Mm-hmm.
Besides, these thirsty girls are all over you and you're handing out coffee.
I would assume there's thirsty girls at Spencer too. So.
Yeah, because his name is on the building.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, there will definitely be thirsty girls all over him. I don't see that with Liam, but I would definitely see that with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. This boy has lost all common sense and the disrespect he gave to his parents. I would have snatched up that beach house. Be like, no,
Mm-hmm.
you can live in a tuna can.
Let me show you what it really looks like to ruin your life.
Exactly. Like, he could live in a tuna can and have to pay his rent off of them Forrester checks.
Mm-hmm.
Them intern checks at that.
You would rather stay over there where your name is not and fight with your cousin. And you still dealing with this mess unbeknownst to him. Ivy is manipulating you. So you'd rather stay over there with all of that than go over there where there's probably no issues that you can work with your mom, your dad. Even if you don't want to work on Logan, you can work somewhere in Spencer.
And
Yep.
there was a discussion that he had in the office with Liam and his dad and his mom at one point where he was kind of mocking his dad. Like, he knew all of, like, the business sayings and everything. So I'm like, so you do look to your dad for, like, the leadership. Like, you respect it enough, but at the same time want to throw it in your daddy's face like, oh, I know everything about business. No, you got some learning to do because your daddy told you all they did was just tell the truth. So it's like, what are you mad at?
Mm-hmm. Then he tried to jump into Katie's face, and Bill wasn't having that.
He's like, nope. I was, see, I wish some of the Y&R characters would move like Bill.
I said
Like,
that on Tuesday.
You're not going to talk to me no kind of way. You're not going to
Mm-hmm.
disrespect me and mine. None of that.
Yep. I agree. Did you have anything, Keish? Oh,
She
no.
must be
Sorry,
on the road still. Oh.
I was walking in my house. My favorite part of that interaction with Bill, Katie, and Will was the way that Bill checked him when he
Mm-hmm.
was like, "You're not gonna talk to her like that," and when he said it straight about how they got Eric's designs because he was trying to make it. Will was assuming that they stole something, and it's like, nope. Eric came to us. He asked us for a job. He told us that he wanted to design for us. Like, it's not their fault that at some point Eric decided, or Ridge was able to talk him into it, or whatever the case was, that he decided that he no longer wanted to design. Like, you signed a contract with us. You did those designs while you were under that contract. And we have the right to use them. So they're not doing anything wrong.
Nope.
I mean, does it suck for Eric? Sure, because you backed out at the last minute, but nobody forced you to go over there. Nobody blackmailed you into designing. Nobody conned you into anything. You did this because you were mad at what Ridge did to you.
Right.
So.
Yep, they butt hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you should have got your feelings in check before you made a decision to do that.
Yeah, and then we got all that stuff on the runway. I don't feel bad for Eric at all. I don't. It was never a good decision for him to be over there in the first place. But he made a whole little declaration that, I'm going to teach them a lesson Like you respect your elders. You do this. I want to help you get off of the ground. He made that whole statement in front of his wife, in front of Katie and Bill too.
Yep.
He said he even set his contract limits. Like, hey, I'm going to do this temporary. You don't have to pay me that much. I just want to get my designs out there. He said all of that.
Yep.
In that press conference, he couldn't say nothing. He knew they were telling the truth. That's the frustrating part for me.
I don't know what Ridge and Brooke expected. For them to just stop and shut everything down?
Right, because it's them. You because you're Brooke and Ridge, everything has to stop because it's y'all. No. Like if the roles were reversed, y'all wouldn't be doing any of that. But I don't understand, mostly from Aries. We already know Brooke and Ridge are going to be delusional and they will never take any accountability for their actions.
Right.
But Eric, he monkey in the middle. He knew what he did. Just own it.
Right.
Because Katie and Bill are going to have to struggle to keep up with the success of those designs. Like, they're his designs. No one's going to be able to replicate that. They had their first line. Okay, good. Let's see if they'll actually be able to catch up and produce the same quality as he did.
Right.
They won't. Nope. So I wouldn't even be worried about it, but own it. Yeah. You are an 80-year-old man. Own what you did.
Yeah, they treat him like he was just some kid that just got caught up in something. And I'm like, y'all need to let him take the rap for that. Granted, I got to give it to Ridge. He did come back and say, yeah, we treated him like this and I shouldn't have did that. Okay, cool. But on the flip side, excuse me, on the flip side, you know, they need to say, well, look, Eric, I understand that you coming back to Forrester, but you went over there, you decided to do a transaction with Katie and Bill. Now you got to clean this mess up. Well, I told them not to use it. Telling somebody not to use something that they bought and paid for, it don't work like that. You should know this. You've been in business for 40 years.
And that's the other part. Like, you own a whole other business. And he's acting as if other companies haven't used his designs before. Mm-hmm. It's just he allowed it to happen this go around. But if you're trying to tell your son that you're coherent and you can handle yourself, you don't want to be babied and yada, 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 then why did you handle yourself as if you were a little child and these people took advantage of you?
Right.
Own what you did.
Take ownership.
You can't have it both ways. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, they wanted to release information with regarding like your contract or show some sort of proof that, hey, we got pictures of him in the building. What you gonna do?
Yeah, they so busy yelling at Katie and Bill. I mean, and this whole thing with Katie and Brooke. My littles, you just like my little sister looking in the window, looking down upon me, wishing you could be me. That's why you stole my name. I'm like, really, Brooke? Stop it.
I mean, you wore that name out from here to eons. Like, ma'am, for 35 years, you have worn your name and worn yourself out. Who wants to live up to that?
Yep. Girl,
you ran through all those men in that building.
Let me ask you ladies this. Did it seem like at the end of, was that yesterday's episode or Tuesday, where Brooke says you think Bill is always going to be by your side? We'll see about that. What was that about?
This is the mess with Brooke that Taylor always keeps pointing out. Whenever Brooke is cornered and she wants to get back at a woman, her go-to is to try to go after the man. I think that I think the way that these men have pedestalized Brooke over the years is like putty in her hand. So she could easily just snap her fingers and think that she can get Bill because she knows that she is who he really wants, and it's not Katie. So she wants to
Girl,
hurt her with the man.
my thing is, you just got married. I mean, why are you even bringing that up in the conversation? You just married Ridge, what, like 2, 3 months ago?
It with an ego that big, it don't matter to Brooke. This is how she's been, and this is why I don't understand why it's a surprise to Katie. They've been feeding this beast for
Mm-hmm.
decades. This is who she's always been, and this is who Taylor has always pointed it out. This is who she is. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't care. Even when Taylor was with Rich
Uh-huh.
and he was trying to make it clear, hey, I'm with Taylor, leave me alone. Even when Taylor was like, leave him alone, what was Brooke doing? Trying to pursue this man. She doesn't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She, as long as she has her way, whether she has feelings for the man or not, she likes to be doted upon. She loves when these men were obsessed with her. She feels these men are putty in her hand because these men allowed it.
Yep. You got any thoughts, Keish?
My my niece is calling my name. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, girl. But
Yeah.
yeah, that whole back and forth between Katie and Brooke was just like, I'm like, you sound a little self-centered, Brooke. The world revolves around you. And Katie is like, look, Eric gave us his designs. We paid for it. I get to use it. You lost the trademark. I also got it. I'm sorry, you lost it. It's always I stole, I stole, I stole. And it's like you can't steal something that's up for taking. You can only steal something when it's belonging 100% to somebody else.
Right. And on top of that, that man walked willingly into their office and willingly offered his services, which was stupid, but it was his choice.
Bree. And that's when we even see Ridge when they were over at Forrester. When he was in the room with Brooke, he said, you know what? My, my dad, I mean, he tried to put some, and she was like, no, no, no. This is on Bill and Katie. Brooke, can't you see in front of you what Eric has done? Your sister's not in the wrong in this. That man walked over there and gave them his designs. He can't just cry foul now after he didn't get paid for it. Get the money back. Where the money
Yeah.
at?
See, that's how Eric should have led, if anything, giving the money back. It's not like you don't need it like that.
You can't tell them to not use something that they paid for. I'm sorry. I'm not finna go and buy a pair of shoes and then the store tell me, well, you can't wear them. What?
Like, exactly. Makes absolutely no sense. But like Aisha Jackson said, like she hates to lose. Brooke hates to lose. And she's not about to try to lose to her little sister. And I'm like, you have no leg to stand on when the person you're trying to defend willingly made the decisions he's made.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, where is Donna in all of this?
Right, she just disappeared. I mean, she was in the middle of all of this before Brooke and Ridge knew about this.
Yeah, because she can't play two in the middle. She's got to pick a side and she need to stay there.
Like,
is
she
she going to
need to
be
pick the
delusional?
side of the truth. Because the truth of the matter is, your husband was a plumb fool to get mad and in his feelings. Go over there to your sister's company and say, hey, I want a design for you because I'm mad at Ridge. And then when he's no longer mad at Ridge, now you want to have buyer's remorse or worker's remorse and say, well, I didn't want them to use that. No, it's paid for. Like Bill told his son, it is called business enterprise. It was a
Yeah.
transaction that was made. Nobody stole nothing.
And it made Will look foolish trying to even defend that.
Exactly.
Like, it's common sense, but what do we know?
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Another thing that, and me and Keish was talking about that a little bit. Or was that was me, Keish, and I think even J Money. We kind of touched on it yesterday. I don't understand why. First of all, it's a couple things. Number one, why they letting this girl not take accountability for that kiss? Dylan had a moment with this girl yesterday, and I was like, oh, because remember we was talking about it on Tuesday. I said, well, maybe Dylan will call her out on it. We got
Yeah.
all the way to the edge of the precipice, only for Dylan not to say, bring it up. Well, you know you did something. And she like, what? And you don't say, well, Will came back up here. He was about to kick me out for you. He came back up here and saw you kissing RJ. So you want to hold me accountable for the kiss that happened after you broke up with him, but you're not bringing up the fact that RJ and you were in a kiss. They didn't even touch that. Will skated by it, and they let Dylan skate by it yesterday. I was like, oh God, why won't they call that girl out?
And my thing is, even if, and I feel like this is going to be what her excuse ends up being is, well, I didn't want RJ to kiss me, and I told him not to do that again, or blah blah blah. Even if that is the case, you didn't even you wanted all this transparency and honesty from
Yep.
Will, but you couldn't even tell him that that happened. Like even if it wasn't her like wanting that or enjoying it or whatever the case, you should have said something to Will. If you're asking him to be honest with you about things that happened while you guys were broken up, then you should have told him that.
Yep.
And you should have told him how RJ feels about you.
Nope. She ain't saying nothing. Now I'm wondering, I mean, they're broken up at this point. Based on that promo for next week, you was talking about how Dylan was dancing around in her swimwear. What you got on over at Eric's house with RJ?
Thank you. And Ivy looking from the balcony, like
Was
cheering
that
this
proper?
on. It's not proper. I'm so. We could take a shot every time she says proper, every single day at this point. We would all hit the floor. It's not proper. But what is her actions are not proper. What is she talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about like, oh, Dylan was trying to seduce Will and dance in her and wear her bikini. They stay at the beach house.
Right.
I've just been a weirdo for the last couple of months, especially today though, or yesterday.
And the way she was talking about RJ,
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, he's so
Yeah, that
handsome.
was
He
creepy.
got those muscles.
And Daphne hit it. Daphne hit the nail on the head. She was like, "You sound like you want him."
Right.
Like, you go after him.
Exactly. I'm like, girl, are you all right?
Yeah, but the way this Ivy and Electra's audacity is just on a whole other level. The way that girl was talking to Dylan, said like, "You can't be here. This is my world. That's my name on the building. They make the collections about me. Like, everyone is here because of me. I created Force of Creations. This is my world." I'm I'm paraphrasing y'all, but the way that this girl was sounding was like, you are an assistant jewelry designer. That is it.
Yeah.
If Steffi wanted to let you go, what you gonna do?
And shout out to Steph for standing her ground. They came charging up in that studio like they was going to tell her what to do. She was like, no.
Right, okay. You go in after having a conversation with Steffi, you bring your auntie in thinking it was gonna do something.
Right.
And then Ivy was like, I heard you high and Dylan. I need for you to undo that decision. The look on Steffi's face. What do you mean I need to undo my decision? And she's like, look, this is none of my business. You guys need to be professional. The decision's final. Deal with it. I was like, this is Steffi at her best right there. Because they have no room to dictate how that woman's going to run her business and who she's going to hire, who she wants to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they? Like, if they have a problem with it, there's the door. They don't have to be there.
This girl told Steffi, you're going to hire her knowing how this makes me feel. You don't hire and fire people based on other people's feelings.
It's funny because online, a lot of people are trying to reference when the whole Hope Finn situation happened and Steffi wanted to fire her or fired her for it.
Mm-hmm.
So people are calling Steffi a hypocrite. And I'm like, you guys know that those two situations are nowhere near the same thing. Nowhere near the same thing. Like, we're talking about a Forrester Creations employee ex-boyfriend who like willingly kissed another woman. You're comparing that to Hope like intentionally targeting her CEO's husband who rejected her multiple times. It's not the same.
And it's the same Hope who was also encouraging Finn to have a relationship with Sheila because Sheila's not so bad. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sure do.
Now she whistling a whole different tune because it doesn't serve her purpose anymore. But anywho,
Girl,
can't even compare the two. How about Steffi owns a part of that company? She can hire and fire who she wants. And how about she didn't have to hire Hope back after that coup?
well, here's the interesting thing, and I think I brought this up in the group chat, is the Forresters didn't even ask for them to come back. That was a Carter Walton thing. He brought them back.
Yes.
So while you talking about this is your world, you wouldn't even be in this world if it wasn't for Carter. The Forresters did not ask you to come here.
Right. They welcomed you because you guys are family, but they weren't looking for a jewelry line at all. That was a pitch by Carter, and Steffi had already turned that down. And then it took a coup for you guys to stick around and stay. But even with the coup, you guys still sided along with Carter and Hope, and not even your family. And now you're trying to go to your family to try to get her to swerve and change her decisions because it doesn't serve your guys' purposes.
Yeah, you are right about that because, yeah, I understand Carter brought y'all back, but when the Forresters were ousted, y'all stayed there with them. You didn't say, well, hey, I'm a Forrester too. I don't know if I could put up with this. This is not proper.
Yeah.
Yep. And I wish Steffi would have. It would have been funny if Steffi had brought that up.
I love the way that she handled it, and the fact that Electra was pouting after Steffi told them no. All this girl will do is just cross her arms and just pout. What you thought your auntie was gonna do for you?
Right. Even when she walked in, like when they first walked in, she walked in with her arms crossed, like Ivy was getting ready to do something. It was almost like I brought my aunt in here. Now you have to do what we're telling you. Like, girl.
Wow.
No. Or like when a kid misbehaves and they bring their mom and thinking their mom is going to trump everything. No, it don't work that way.
Nope.
Like, you guys are employees. She is the owner. Deal with the decision. And if you don't like it, there is the door. You don't have to be where you don't feel comfortable in.
Yeah, I mean, and then the conversation between going back to the conversation between Dylan and Electra, warning that girl, you need to quit this job today. Why? She was like, you do realize that I needed a decent job in order to get out on my own. Now I have an opportunity, and you want me to quit the job and do what? Just be away from Will? No, I got
Exactly.
bills to pay.
No, it's much. She would like Bill. She would like a place of her own. She would like to be able to feed herself and have a place to live and not live in her car. The way that she broke that down, I was like, thank you for saying that, because
That was really good.
Yeah, it was.
that needed to be said. And
Girl,
even Electra
Electra
is
blew
still,
past that too. She was like, yeah, whatever.
and I'm like, that's why I don't feel bad for that girl at all. Like, you're spoiled and you're entitled, but for that girl to sit there and say, this is my world, I'm like, you would have thought she was a Logan.
Yeah, and
You
then
would have thought she was Brooke's daughter.
then she had that conversation with Ivy after, that whole thing about what happened with, it was no RJ. She had that conversation with RJ, and RJ was like, "Well, what did Dylan say? Did she say why did she want to continue to work here?" And then she stared off into space and was like, "Oh, just some stuff," and then kept on ranting about why she shouldn't be here. I'm like, that's exactly what Deke was talking about. You don't understand that.
And I'm glad that Deke is on Dylan's side and he's able to make sense of things. And I think it's also refreshing on it. Here's a character who's not trying to kiss up to the Foresters at all, or like just because he had the money and the prestige or anything. He's looking out for Dylan as a genuine friend, and that's actually refreshing to
But they got
see.
so much chemistry together. Good grief.
That girl got chemistry with the air. I don't know what it is about her, but she got chemistry with everybody.
I know some people in my comment section on one of my videos was talking about how much chemistry her and Deke has, but obviously he is not interested in her like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think he just has good chemistry. They both just have good on-screen chemistry, just in general. Because I also like Deke's chemistry with Hope, and even his chemistry when he talks on screen with Deacon too. Like some people just are able to kind of just mesh well with other people on screen, and she. Like the way that she carries herself, like this is a whole being. Like everybody's just like not attracted to her, but like they just mesh with this girl on screen, even with her arguments with Electra. She just meshes well with everyone.
Yep. So then that takes us to the end of yesterday's episode when Daphne and Ivy was going back and forth after Will had left the office. And I'm like, her husband was the one that brought you in. He also, well, I guess he's a COO. I mean, why are you talking to Daphne like that? Now, Daphne did get a little bit of sauce in her voice to clap back, which I was happy about that because I was like, Daphne, don't let that girl talk to you like that. Who she thinks she is? Well, all that being said, with that conversation, Dylan overheard that and confronted Ivy. It's like, girl, I mean, do you think she should have confronted her in that moment or did a fact finding mission?
She should have confronted her right there in that same room with Daphne and back her into a corner.
Yeah.
You gonna like let Daphne leave and then confront her so she can backpedal as if she didn't do anything wrong?
Right.
No, no. Especially when this is the same person who tried to blackmail me into leaving where I didn't have any other place to go, even though she could have went home to her parents. Even if she didn't have a place to go, she was living out of her car, but because Ivy blackmailed her to do so. Like, you've already messed with my life as it is. Yeah, you're going to have to explain yourself. What are you trying to do?
Right.
Since you're all up in our business, ain't got nothing to do with you. And I found it rich that Ivy said, like, oh, this is kid stuff. So then why are you involved?
Mm-hmm. Well, she
So,
is my niece, and I have to protect her because Will Spencer, he did this and he did that, and it's
like she said, he's a player, he's a lover boy. And I'm like, what do you think RJ's going to be?
right.
Because the same girls who are thirsty over Will, they're just the same ones thirsty over RJ, too. You think
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be much of a difference?
Yep.
So, and I'm like, I don't believe that's her aunt. I don't believe that she's Electra's aunt. I just don't believe that. She's moving like she's a mom, and we're about to get something really kooky and crazy for May Sweeps on Bold.
Yeah, well, we know how. Well, I mean, I'm wondering if she even still filming because and they're very open about her walking around showing her belly. People was asking, because I know she put out something last month or whatever, but there are people like, is she pregnant? And you can definitely tell that she is definitely very pregnant.
And she did an interview. I think she's in her last trimester. I think they're filming May Sweep stuff, or they probably already finished May Sweep stuff now. So I would assume she'll be on maternity leave very, very soon.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, she should be getting ready to deliver her baby, her and her new husband. So, congrats to Ashley. You go ahead, girl.
Congrats. And I saw the baby pictures of Crystal Coleo's child. I wasn't sure if it's still a boy or a girl. Like she's been
I
dressing
thought
them
she
in
had
like
a
neutral
boy.
colors. No, it's like neutral colors.
But I
So
thought
it's
she
like,
had announced that everybody was announcing that she had her son.
I think it was like there was a picture where the kid was like in like a blue hat and like a little blue onesie. But I'm like, there's girls who wear blue too. And plus, they were in like neutral colors too in other pictures. So I don't know. If she had a boy, good for her. She had nothing but boys. But
Yep. All right, so there was a poll in the chat. Are you Team Dylan? And there 83%. There were 30 votes out of. It's probably about 100 people in here. Um, 30 votes total. 83% said yes, and then there were 17% that said no. So, from what I gather, I don't know what it is about on outside of here on social media. There are a lot of people that are Team Electra.
yes, I'm like, me personally, I'm like,
How?
how?
Team Electra?
Yes,
Yes.
Oh,
girl.
wow.
I'll show you
Yes.
screenshots. Yeah, there's a lot of Team Electra, and same way there was like Team Diane when it came to YNR too.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, just like there's a lot of Team Evas.
Yeah, it's like there's just no. I just don't see any accountability when it comes to Electra. It's like she's just playing into the victim card. Like, oh my gosh, like he's allowed her to stay there. I'm like, you helped her move in
Yeah,
there.
I don't. That's the part that just really gets me with this whole thing. Your family, you are a Forrester. That is your friend, not his. Now, granted, he's nice to her, but that's your so called best friend. Why would you move your BFF into your boyfriend's house?
Right. She's still a woman. Like they could be your friend, but we heard many stories on different TV shows where the friend gets with the boyfriend. But that girl didn't do anything wrong. You had your whole auntie give you a remix of the events that actually transpired. And for Electra saying like, "Oh, our love is like titanium or something like that." She says like, "I love him, I trust him." I mean, how has this man steered you in the wrong direction and lied to you? He saved you. This man is practically your shadow. He lives and breathes you. He's over at Force of Creations for you and only you. Nothing else. He has no purpose of being over there.
Yep. But yeah,
But
you put this girl in your boyfriend's house when Eric has enough land where he could have put her up in one of the guest house.
right.
Can y'all let her take accountability for that? What woman in their right mind is going to allow their female BFF to live in her boyfriend's house where you don't stay with him?
And Leolia Tasuka, like you're a brand new name. I don't think I've seen that one yet. Hi. She said that Electra has the emotional age of a 14-year-old. She does. Because she wasn't even thinking logically. She was like, "Oh, I was expecting you to stay over at Will's just temporarily." Then I was like, "How can I be there temporarily when you knew I was trying to struggle to try to keep a job, trying to find a job?"
Girl, she said for a few days at that.
Like,
this girl's homeless with no job, and you thought within the span of a few days she was going to find a job and a place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
And what you guys were also trying to see if Steffi would try to get her a job at the time, and that didn't work out. And you were expecting her still to just land on her feet, get a place in a few days. That's very childlike, unrealistic.
Yeah, it's out of touch too. Because
Right.
it's not as, I mean, the girl obviously been living out of car for a while, which means it's not getting a job wasn't as easy as, oh, in a couple days. Half of the time these jobs want you to go to second and third interviews. So that's going to take a good 2 to 3 weeks. Keish, you just started your position. How many interviews did you have to go through?
For the one position, 4.
4 interviews.
Yep.
And how long did it take you from the time of application to the time of you got the job?
2 months.
Exactly.
A little over 2 months, like 2.5, like just short of 2.5.
Exactly. 4 interviews in 2 months. And they're doing this. I mean, I know you're at the university and collegiate level, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, even at some jobs that are office based or whatever, you still got to go through 1 or 2 interviews.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't 1990 where you walk into a job and they hire you on the spot and say you start tomorrow.
Yeah. Every place that I interviewed at, it was at least 2. 2 was the minimum. But
Yep.
there was no place where it was just one.
Yeah.
One and done.
They don't do that anymore. They had you go through an application, then you got to do an assessment, and then you got to do the screener, and then you got to go with the first interview, and then you got to meet the management team, and then there's a second interview, and then we got to think about it, and we'll give you a call back, and we got other candidates to choose from. Electra, that's not the real world. And that's what I meant by the term out of touch.
And Deep hit it on the head. She's never had to struggle for a job, or because she literally just walked into Forrester with a job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
She didn't have to worry for a minute, even after the takeover. She still stuck around and was able to help with the jewelry collection. And probably getting paid very well too. She doesn't worry about paying any rent because she lives at Eric's GCAC,
Yep.
a multi-million-dollar mansion.
Yep.
And I'm like, you could have had you could have had your girl like stay in one of them rooms. Eric wouldn't mind.
Nope.
He treats that place like a hotel anyway.
Exactly. Out of touch. And that's what, and you're going to say, oh, you only expect you to do that in a couple days. Ain't nobody going to get a job in a house in a couple days. You got to wait for a paycheck to get a house.
Okay? and you got to show proof of income,
Exactly.
at least 2 paychecks. Like, so what is she talking
Girl,
about?
these days they are asking 3 times the rent you gotta make.
Yeah, first and last, and you have to wait to get approved. Because I just moved into my new place. Like, you have to wait to get approved and everything. It's and on top of that, if that girl were able to find a place, you need to get furniture, get things. Like, it's a process. What is Electra talking about?
And then now she has an opportunity to work as a receptionist to the CEO office. She's not downstairs by the front door. She's the receptionist to the CEO office. And I'm assuming that is a nice little paycheck. And you want her to walk away from that and just go find something else. Hard as it has been for that girl to find a job.
And Dylan was like, "You're well aware of that more than anybody, that I needed this job. And how about the fact that Will and Electra broke up?
Exactly.
So how is it Dylan's problem?"
And yeah, so why
She,
are you even worried about, oh, how that makes me feel to see the two of you? You broke up with him, ma'am. You got RJ, like that picture right there, got his hand all upside your neck.
yeah. And you just keeping it so close to the chest, and you just want to just be like, "Oh, everyone's hurt me. Everyone's done this to me. Like, how can Dylan do this? Like, just jumping on this girl.
Hope
Like,
Jr.
she know,
What you
yes.
what you say, Keish?
Hope Jr.
Hope Junior.
Just
See,
like
that's
I was
what
talking about in the chat when I said, when I brought up the time that
Mm-hmm.
Hope asked Steffi to quit Forrester Creations. It was when the first time she was pregnant. She actually stopped working at Forrester Creations because it made her uncomfortable, or it was torture to have to see her every day,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that she is carrying Liam's baby, and her and Liam got back together, and it's like
that's her name.
That's one of the executives, one of the part owners of the company. You're a spokesmodel for the most part. You're asking her to quit her family's company to make you comfortable.
Right. It's
Like,
not even about her not doing the work properly or she's been taking off too many days from work. This is because to make Electra feel better about something that she's not even involved in anymore.
right.
And Electra's taking no accountability for inviting this girl into that boy's home, and then get mad about how he runs his household.
Yeah, so
And she
I
didn't even
mean,
do nothing though. That's the thing. Dylan didn't make her move until she knew that Will and Electra were broken up.
and she said that when she told at the Electra
Yeah.
yesterday.
And at that point, Electra was already mad at her, so Dylan was probably like, "Well, what the hell? I may as well."
Right. Exactly. Like, you would have thought Electra was a Logan. Like, I'm like, this is Brooke's long lost child. It's my world.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just
my
glad.
world.
If anything, I think that Dylan needs to go have a conversation with Steffi. That's her ally.
Yeah, well, I mean, Steffi already pretty much told her, like, that's you guys' business. That's your drama. You guys are going to have to figure out how to work together. Like, I really don't think there's anything else that she needs to tell Steffi, because she knows that they have a problem, and she's like, that's between you guys. It's not going to affect your job here. Like,
Right.
Just figure it out.
But I mean,
And
the
I'm
part
glad
that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I'm glad that that's the approach that she took
Yeah,
with
I
it.
mean, the part that that Electra told her she need to quit today. That part.
Mm.
That's what I was
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about.
gotcha.
Yeah, if she go up and
I
say,
do
"Can you
hope she
believe
finds
that girl
out.
told me to quit today?" You
I do
can't.
hope that
Go ahead.
Steffi finds out that Electra
Yeah,
confronted her and asked her to quit.
yeah,
I don't
that
think
part.
she's gonna. I don't think she's gonna do anything. Same way Will was trying to quit, and Steffi still kept that boy around like a fool.
I don't think, of course, I don't think it would make Steffi like fire a lecturer, but I
Mm,
would love for Steffi to tell a lecturer about herself.
right. Like, yeah, you. Who are you to try to tell one of my employees that they got to leave today?
Right.
Why don't you
Because
leave today? How about I suspend you for a couple days?
Yeah, that would be nice. Because Steffi got enough on her hands with her
Cause
raggedy mother in her
let me
house.
ask you guys something. Isn't there something about a hostile work environment?
hmm
I
I
mean,
mean,
as long as she stay, cause Dylan told her, look, I'll just stay out your way and you stay out of mine. And you still up in her face talking about how I don't want you here. This is my world. I need you to leave and all this old kind of stuff. And Ivy is acting a fool. She gonna find that out depending on the reaction to this confrontation. That creates a hostile working environment. They're the creators of it.
Oh, Ivy 1000% is going to set Dylan up to make it look like she messed up something to try to get her fired. Because just based on what she said to a lecturer when she was like, we have to show Steffi or make Steffi see um, that Dylan isn't who she says she is, and to me that gave off a
That they're gonna do
she's
something.
going to set her up. Yeah, I don't know if a lecturer will be in on it, but Ivy 1000% is going to do something to try to make it look like she messed up like big time on, I don't know, something big
And see,
as far
then
as the
that's where
job.
Daphne at some point needs to speak up. I mean, you cannot sit back and go back and forth. Now, I don't agree with Steffi getting involved. I mean, Daphne getting involved with, keep talking to Electra and all that. But Ivy has already threatened you. She told you,
Mm-hmm.
you better not say. Steffi is your best friend, Daph. Your husband is the COO of this company. You need to say something.
Yeah.
yeah, I would not be the least bit worried about Ivy. I'm like, what you gonna do, Ivy? What?
She talking about, oh, these two are in love. Screw all of that. That girl shouldn't be talking to you about that.
Right.
Yeah, at all. Oh, thank you, Monique.
Oh, yep. All right, Monique. Super chat. Are we sure Will isn't Brooke's kid because they sure do act alike? Both Brooke and Will went to work for a company because of a man or a woman. Thank you for
they
the
got the
super chat.
genetics.
Let me just say
They got
genetics. That was
yeah, it's in
funny.
the
It's a Logan
genetics.
thing.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. But yeah, Aisha. Yeah, I agree. Yep, Daphne need to speak up. All this little sidebar conversation, letting Ivy
It's pointless.
talk to you, like she's doing to you. Because again, you shouldn't be making threats and telling people, you better not say anything. Who are you talking to?
Yeah. Like you lost me with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you not special. Like I
Right.
go right to Steffi. Or
Exactly.
I'll go right to my husband who hired you.
Exactly. And let them tell them to back off. Girl, please. Be like, look, I helped get you here. One word, I'm the COO of this company. If I let them know exactly what's been going on, you can be out. We get somebody else to do the jury here. I'm just saying. All
Yeah.
right. I think that's it, right? Did we cover everything? We talked about how creepy Ivy was talking about RJ. We talked about the fight of the two cousins who act like strangers. Electra playing the victim, the confrontation, that whole thing with Eric. Yeah, so we covered everything. No, next week we got all that mess with Taylor and Deacon, which we kind of touched on at the beginning of the show. How I don't understand, and I'll bring it up again because there's a lot more people in here. We were talking about the fact if you saw that promo, Taylor and Deacon are about to hit the sheets in Steffi's house.
Just some lazy
I just
cheap.
I mean, she's a doctor. I'm assuming you make a good maybe 400,000 a year, maybe more. Deacon, you own a restaurant. I think you can rub two nickels together too.
Or
Why?
get it on the next shoebox, her office.
Something you about to expand the business. You got some kind of money in LA. It's expensive to live down there and to run a business down there too. So you got some sort of money. Why are the two of you, and especially Taylor, you know your daughter don't want that man that's married to Sheila near you, and most definitely not in her house. Y'all ain't got no money to go get an Airbnb, a hotel, Motel 6, I don't know, one of these little whirlpool suites. I don't know. Dude, why y'all had to go up at Steffi's house for this?
I mean, it also shows like how lazy Deacon is. I'm like, he don't want to get a divorce. He don't look
Mm-hmm.
for an attorney. He can't even be man enough to even like go online and like book a hotel. I mean, if you're gonna be a dirtbag, do it properly at least.
Right.
Like this
Exactly.
disrespect Steffi and then bring that stench into her house. I hope that Deacon doesn't walk of shame and like Finn or Steffi catches him in her house. So I want Steffi to be like, you know what,
Yeah,
I'm
girl, I
done.
want to see that. I don't know how she. Maybe Steffi, the kids are at a play date, and Steffi and Finn told Taylor, we're gonna be out for the night. She cannot. I know Steffi don't know nothing about this. She snuck that man in her daughter's house.
Yeah, I mean, just disrespecting your daughter like that. I mean, you can't be woman enough to get a place for yourself, but you feel like you want to just bring this whole random man into your child's house. That's a low. I mean, just dusty and desperate.
Especially knowing how Steffi feel about this whole situation. It's just like a slap in the face.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see this foolishness plays out. I'm not look. Well, let me ask: are you looking forward to the love scene?
No, I'm looking forward to seeing whether, because I know Jay Money was thinking that this is she's probably, meaning Sheila, is going to walk away thinking nobody's at home. Because that's
I
the
think
other
so.
side of the coin is she had enough confidence to show up at Steffi's house too.
That was crazy. Like, girl, like, come on.
Two
I
people that
mean,
shouldn't be there is Deacon and Sheila. And both of them
Yeah,
are like, yeah, it's cool. I'm finna hang out over here. I'm coming over.
yeah, I know Sheila don't know nothing about boundaries. It don't matter how many times you tell her.
But
oh,
it's
she
been a
really won't.
while though, Keish, that she showed up at
It
Steph's
has.
house. She shows up
That's true.
more at Taylor's office.
And that's exactly where this should have taken place.
Correct.
It makes zero sense, like you said, for Taylor and Deacon to be in Steffi's house. And it makes even less sense for Sheila to pop up over there.
Okay, I want to get y'all raw reaction. You told your family member, it doesn't necessarily have to be mom or dad or anything, but you told a family member that you need them to stay away from somebody, and you come home and you find out that they are sleeping with this said person in your house. What you doing?
They have to get out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't
You
finna
know,
cuss nobody out.
Like, my thing is, you're an adult. You're going to see who you want to see. I can't tell you what to do. But I can tell you, I don't like the relationship, and you're not gonna bring them around here,
Mm-hmm.
especially not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
let me ask this: is the place in my name? I don't
Girl,
share it with
it's your
anybody.
residence. The person is staying with you.
Oh no, for no, you no, go no. I would have said a lot, but no, you're not about to bring this person up in here like chesticles out. ball swinging. No, none of that.
You.
You don't have any right to do any of that.
Oh my
Just
God.
broke and dusty and just go. Do what you
Aisha,
guys want to do, but you're not doing it in my house. You
I
don't pay not a bill up in here.
listen. Aisha says she'll be swinging. Listen, I
Oh,
got. Let me answer. Yeah, I gotta answer this question. If I'm telling you, you need to stay away from this person. Kind of like Keish, I can't tell you as a grown individual to do so. But if this person brings danger and chaos to my house, and I'm telling you, I don't want no parts of it. But then I come home and you in one of the rooms of my house sleeping with that same person I don't want no parts of, oh, it's over. And see, I live on the 18th floor. So I'd be like, look, somebody got to go one way or the other, through the front door or the other way.
oh
I'm joking,
goodness.
but
That's a long, long
that's a
way
long, exactly.
down.
But the thing is that it's just highly disrespectful. You know, if you want
Yeah.
to go and mess with chaos and play around, in dangerous waters with folks, then y'all do that over there. Don't do that in my
And
house.
exactly. And to Steffi's point, she's like, look, you have a decision you got to make. You can't have it both ways. You either
Mm-hmm.
want to pursue something with Deacon, fine. My children are not going to be a part of that mess because we know firsthand what that comes with. And so does Taylor, but I guess she just bypasses the fact that Sheila pew-pewed her in the chest. But Steffi has been dealing with nothing but Sheila and then Luna. She's just tired of the mess. She's not trying to deal with it. She gave her mother that option. So she's not forcing her hand or anything. Taylor said she's done. Steffi's trying to take her mother's word for it. And this is the respect that she gets. This is what she gets.
Yeah, and I mean, this is in the same place where her children are. I mean, could you imagine? You come home, you and just say Finn and Steffi is out on a date, the kids are over at somebody's house. You come home after a nice evening, you want to spend time with your significant other, and there's folks killing each other inside of your house.
Yeah, that. Mm-mm.
And you like, what the
And
heck is going on? Y'all are, you got knives flying, screaming, hair pulling, whatever else is going, and a man screaming, stop, don't do it, leave her alone. You be like, what the heck is going on in my house?
like, I'm not trying to walk into the first 48. No. My place, my home should be like my safety, where I can breathe. I'm not trying to deal with any of that mess.
Exactly.
And you bring in this strange man here, and I have a child, and I'm unaware of the fact that this man is in my house. No, that's
Yeah, that's
disrespectful.
disrespectful. Yeah, so I'm curious to see how all this is going to play out. The way that the spoilers are set up is that they're actually going to go through with the act. Now whether Sheila gets in or maybe the door is cracked and she goes upstairs, kind of like how Brooke did with Thomas and Hope. The door was cracked and she went upstairs and got a whole eye full. Who knows? Could play out like that too.
I'm as much as I want Sheila to
Find
catch
out.
it,
Mm.
but I think they're going to reserve that for May sweeps. I want Steffi to catch it and throw her mama out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she was going to catch them this time because what reason would you have to walk up all the way in Steffi's house and go upstairs?
Well, if you
Yeah.
hear something like, what was that? It was when Liam walked in that same house and Quinn and Bill was tearing up stuff. We was like, like, dang, is everything all right up there? Let me make sure everybody good. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be more entertaining right now if it was Steffi that caught them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or even Ben. And we'll see if he lied to his wife.
Girl, of course he
Oh,
gonna
you know
tell
he
his
wouldn't.
wife.
He would tell Steffi immediately.
Exactly. I just
He
hope
would
he
call her.
throw them both out. They
He would
both.
call her on the phone. He would probably FaceTime her. Look what I caught. I
Man,
caught them doing.
and I know this is daytime TV, but that's her mom, and I can't say that. But most folks would begin got cussed out. So.
Yeah.
Oh, Steffi ain't above cussing out her parents. Well, mainly Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really seen her cuss out Ridge, unfortunately, even though he's deserved it.
Yeah. I kind of want to see the Steffi reaction. I know the Sheila one is coming eventually, but I want to see the Steffi reaction.
Yeah. More than anything.
Mm-hmm. We also get to see, I guess, if y'all find it exciting, hopefully it makes it hot, where Carter and Daphne has another romantic rendezvous too next week. So,
Mm-mm.
did you say
I'm happy for Carter.
Yeah, well, we finally get to see him again because it's been a while since the last time when he was talking to RJ. Or was that Will?
He was
Yeah.
talking to. I thought Will was the last person to
Yeah, he
talk
was
to.
It was
talking to
Will.
Will. And that's
No,
it.
actually, it was RJ. He was talking to him about sticking around and designing and something like that.
Yeah, but that was like
Speaking of
February.
that,
Mm-hmm.
they
Uh-oh.
giving RJ
A men's
the men's
line.
line.
Mm-hmm.
How long have we been asking for them to allow Thomas to bring back the men's line? To give him something to do other than crawling up Hope's butt and begging her to love him for 5 years.
Yep.
That should have been Thomas's story, part of Thomas's storyline.
Mm-hmm.
I am so annoyed. Or Zende. If you're not going to bring Thomas back, let Zende design the men's line.
Girl, they trying to let Zende lie low. They still can't let him unlive what happened with Luna.
It
just drives me nuts. And it's not even like RJ is an experienced designer. He's literally just started to do sketches for within the last year.
2
because
years.
even when
That
he was
whole
working
thing
with
Eric, yeah.
Well, the thing is those weren't his sketches. That wasn't him designing. He was writing down what Eric wanted, his ideas, because it was when Eric couldn't sketch.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't even RJ coming up with his own stuff and his own ideas. He was just basically the artist for his grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
So he's really only been doing his own ideas for maybe the last year and a half at most.
And it's a slap in the face to the fans because we got really excited back in December with Thomas coming back. And when he was like pointing to the sign, like, hey, this is what I need to focus on. This is my legacy. Only for him to be put on the Hope for the Future line, working virtually with Zende. They could have had Zende and Thomas work on a men's line together. I don't understand why either man is not on screen. They don't have to be in a romantic connection, but this could have been something fun and something fresh for the both of them.
Or what would make even more sense, because they're not on screen, that should have been what his, I guess, departing story was. He's going to go back to Paris or wherever he was, start the men's line with Zende, and they should have just put RJ on Hope for the Future. Since Hope is still, Hope is on screen, since that, for whatever reason, continues to be the only line that they really talk about on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just let Hope and RJ work together?
Exactly.
And then that could have been a different type of storyline and drama because of Deke. Mm-hmm. Because that's what Deke was hoping to do.
And
there could have been some battle between her brothers.
But notice how RJ and Hope haven't had any on-screen scenes together.
Mm-hmm.
And they work in the same building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We see her more. Yeah. And you actually called this out, Keish. You called this out that she would have more chemistry with Deke than with RJ.
And both of them guys are her brothers.
Yep.
Sure is.
Yeah.
So, anywho. All right, I think we covered everything with Bold.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we were talking about next week, the 23rd week stuff. And you guys, I did some early spoiler video type stuff as a standalone video for both Y&R and Bold and the Beautiful for the week of the 23rd through the 27th. Good God, another month gone by. Um, yeah, so therefore, go check those out. They're on the channel. I posted them earlier today if you guys want to check it out. All right, let us do Beyond the Gates. And I guess we got a lot of stuff. Leslie, the building on her house stopped thanks to Vernon. Um, who was that clapping?
That was me.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
I was like, finally, she gets something that's coming to her.
I know,
Finally.
right? We had it looked like Naomi is starting to love her husband more and more every day because he's not around as much. Because beforehand, she treated him like an accessory. And now she's like, oh my God, I can't see my life without him. So, yeah. And Leslie's trying to plan a whole wedding that don't exist. And then we see that a connection again between Isaiah and Joey.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's something else going on with that. But mhm.
We
And
on the
then
same page.
well, yeah, I think something else going on with that. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if there's another story there. It's too much of a
Mm-hmm.
connection with him over his own father, supposedly father.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Supposed.
We
You right
saw a
about that?
moment between Bill and Anita. And then we had the two men, Carlton and Kyle, with Nicole. Where y'all want to start?
Well, I guess we can get Naomi and um, what's the boy's name? Jacob out the
Mm-hmm.
way.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great acting scene with the actress who plays Naomi and um, Carla Mosley. That was a really great scene, even though it was a dream.
Right.
That the acting was great, but she's showing like shows the absence make the heart grow fonder,
Mm-hmm.
and that she's taking his role as a police officer more seriously now because he something could happen, especially with him doing his undercover thing. Um, so it was really rich to actually see that.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, she's still a hypocrite. She's still keeping secrets of her own.
True.
And I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop when it comes to that so he can know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like when, I mean, yeah, she got to tell about that BRCA gene. I'm wondering with all these little secret rendezvous, is she going to end up pregnant? Because that's the other thing that they've always had issues about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if at some point she's going to end up with child.
You know what? That actually would make sense. With the way that she wants to hook up in between him coming back and forth to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's like new and exciting for her. What if
Mm-hmm.
she goes through with, I guess, deciding one of the preventative methods, and then she can't do it because she finds out she's pregnant?
Right. Yep. That's
But she's still a
possible.
hypocrite, though.
She sure is, but I thought that was a pretty, nice scene between them. And like you say, that was really emotional, tearjerker material when Danny showed up and was like, oh my God, he's gone. And she just lost it. Woke up from the dream, he was sitting right there, and she was like, oh my God. So I guess it made her kind of appreciate the time with him a lot more because previously they were struggling.
Yeah, sure was.
Did you have anything on them, Keish, or no?
Oh, I wasn't on mute. No, I don't have anything to add to that.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the whole thing with Isaiah and Joey. I mean, this man takes care of him like a father.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if possibly Jacob's mother, Isaiah's mother, which is Jacob's mother,
Indifferent. Yeah.
maybe did a little creeping with Joey. Because, I mean, he really, really keeps up with this boy.
Yeah. And I don't think that did they mention anything about Joey's kids? I know he had a wife
Right.
and that she divorced him. I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember him saying anything about any kids. And I also don't remember if he said a reason as to why his wife left him. But there's a lot of animosity between Joey and Elon,
Mm-hmm.
Jacob's fine daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure where that came from, but Elon and Joey have a long history. I would not be surprised, especially since we haven't seen Isaiah and Jacob's mother on screen,
Mm-hmm.
if Joey and their mom had a little something. Because if you look at Isaiah,
Mm-hmm.
he looks like he could be mixed.
Mm-hmm.
And even some of the mannerisms are kind of the same. And I find it interesting, like how Elon's other two boys, Jacob and what's the other one's name? I know they said it this week, but the other son, the middle child,
Starts with
they
the
both.
L, I think.
Luke. What is it?
Luke.
Is it Luke?
Yes. Luke. Yeah. Jacob and Luke, they, followed their father's footsteps and became a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
And interesting enough, Isaiah went kind of the similar route that Joey did.
Mm-hmm.
And he handles Isaiah with kid gloves in comparison to like a Randy. It's like he doesn't view Isaiah and Randy in the same light. Like there's a lot of care there. So I don't know. There's something, I agree to you. Something's off with that.
Aisha, she said in big capital letters, he is beautiful. Y'all saw his chest?
Yeah, he is very handsome. I guess I attributed Joey's treatment of Isaiah to, I don't know, I kind of thought it had more to do with pissing off his father and kind of having, I don't know, a little bit of like a one-up or something over the chief, like your son trusts me more than he trusts you, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really take it as him possibly being his father, because
like,
I don't know.
Like even to piggyback off of that, Keish, like why would he want to do that? Because if we look at like even the stuff with Vanessa's husband, what's his name? I'm having a
Doug.
The reason he went after Doug was because he wanted to get revenge after Doug mishandled Joey's mother on the operating table. Like he lived to torture Doug ultimately until he took his life. When it comes to Elon, there is like a history, because even when Elon speaks about Joey, there's a lot of anger. And same thing with Joey. And it's like, where did that stem from? To where you're cool and you're comfortable with his son. Like, and your son and Isaiah was working for you. It's just, I don't know, it's slowly but putting some pieces together for me that maybe they might be closer in other ways than them just working together.
Gotcha.
I feel like with how much Isaiah and his father don't get along, that if I don't know, I feel like if that was the case, Joey would have let out that secret a long time ago. Because his daddy basically don't like him anyway. I'm not going to sit here and watch you be, feel like you're coming up short as far as never being able to make your father proud of you. If I could just tell you, with you and I have a great relationship, if I can just tell you, well, I'm your dad, so you don't even have to worry about that man anymore because he's not your real father. But I don't know.
It's weird how Isaiah wanted to go to Joey to tell Eva about like what they did together or like his past, and
to
Joey's
me that
like,
didn't make sense. Yeah, I didn't understand that. The point of that,
right?
Like, what? Yeah. Why does Eva need to know that unless it involved you directly doing something? I don't know. That was shady to help Joey in some way. Like if it was that, I would understand. But if you're just generally telling her about his background, I don't get that. Like, why is that her business?
Yeah, but he wanted to go to Joey, and Joey's like, okay, I got nothing to hide. But when it was like Vanessa, he didn't want anyone to know any of his business. But you feel okay and comfortable with Isaiah telling his girlfriend, not even his wife, but his girlfriend, what you guys did back in the day.
Girlfriend of less than 6 months.
Right. Like,
yeah, that whole thing was goofy to me.
But I'm like, there's a comfort level that's questionable.
Yep, you got that right. Man, I didn't understand all of that. I'm like, he was like, I don't want to keep any secrets. Okay, but she's holding one about her and her mother.
A couple.
She holding the evidence.
Yep. Yeah, because he did tell Joey, me and Eva don't keep secrets from each other. All right, buddy.
That's interesting, Jenna. Jenna said because he likes Eva, he wants her to know about him. Like, I get that, but you want to talk about this crime lord that you worked with, and you're going to him to get permission to talk about your business, and that same crime lord is like, yeah, I have no problem with you telling your girlfriend about that. But he keeps everything so close to the chest when it comes to Vanessa most times, and anyone else for that matter. Why are you so comfortable with Isaiah?
That's
and I mean, it's like even with my parents, like if there was, I don't know, something that happened with my parents years ago or at some point, I still don't feel like it would be my significant other, even if we were married, their business to know, because it was something that my parents did or something that they went through, something that happened to them. I'm not going to tell my significant other my parents' secrets.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If it doesn't affect me and it won't affect you, you don't need to know what those secrets are.
Well, the look on we had that scene where Kat tried to warn Isaiah on this whole situation and then put him on notice about interrupting all those venues and stuff. That part I didn't understand. I understand you want your daughter to be married. That girl, like y'all just said, they've been dating under 6 months. And you want them to, you preparing, buying venues and locking down dates and stuff like that.
That was
dumb.
It was dumb.
It wasn't even. It wasn't even about Eva. Eva's a prop. Leslie is obsessed with the Duprees, and she has no reason to go after any of them. because her issue was through Ted. He's a Richardson. What does it have to do with Dupree's?
Right.
But same way last. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna say she bugged them more than she bugged Ted.
Right. Like, especially Nicole. Like, trying to like go after the men that Nicole was going after, trying to pick and poke a cat and try to do this. And now Chelsea, who has the least to do with you,
Right.
you want to be petty and book all the dates, the venues, the dresses, and all these different things. Like, for what? To prove what? And you're just wasting all this money just to get after the Dupree's. You're building a whole, well, not anymore, but she was building a whole house, dragging the construction just to be spiteful to the Dupree's. And it's like, for what? Nicole's not even married to that man. She's been divorced from that man for how many months now?
I think it's more than, I mean, she got issues with the fact of the positions that they're in life. She can't stand that. There's some envy there. You know,
she's definitely jealous.
Mm-hmm.
That's very apparent.
Because there's no reason for her at this point that Ted has moved on. He dating Shanice. He's not even in Nicole's sphere at this point except to co-parent, and their kids are grown anyway. She's dealing with two other different men, and you still want to annoy that family. You're pissed off because there's a part of you that envy them.
Yeah, especially Nicole. And I feel it's like on a deeper level because you want to go after Nicole, her daughters, her whole family.
Right.
And she's butthurt that the man that she was chasing after for decades still don't want her.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's about. Like, she's using her daughter as a prop because she doesn't care if her daughter ever has a relationship with her sisters or anyone over on the Dupree side. She really doesn't want that. She want to keep her daughter all to herself. But this is also Eva who feeds the beast. Mm-hmm. This is what happens when you enable your mother and she creates this behavior, and you'll be like, oh, mama, stop. Nothing stops. Nothing changes.
Right.
Nothing.
That's because Eva does not care about her mom doing all her little shenanigans until it bothers her. And when it's affecting her directly, like this whole thing with Isaiah and her trying to book venues and trying to convince Isaiah to marry her, is when she wants to run and tell Ted, and she wants Ted to take care of it. But any other time, just like, meeting with the developers about her house and the way that she was talking to those people, she's sitting right there beside her mama. I don't want to say egging it along, but she saw how her mama was acting. She's sitting right there beside her, just trying to placate her, I guess. Like, oh, my mom's she's just excited, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's one of the reasons why Leslie is the way she is, because you enable it. You enable it until it is something that is directly affecting you and something you care about. Then you want somebody to stop her. Like, you can't have it both ways. It needs to be all the time. Like, you need to set boundaries with her instead of enabling her when she is, getting her little moves where she wants to be rude to people and she's determined to ruin somebody's day because her day is ruined. And just being straight up nasty for no reason. That's the thing that bugs me when it comes to Eva.
It's like when Nikki enables Victor on Y&R, and then be surprised that this is the person, this is who they are.
Right.
No one's been able to correct them or to stop them. And we got Leslie just being disrespectful to people for absolutely no reason. even to Derek. I mean, Derek, really?
Right.
I don't
Who's
even
done nothing
understand
wrong?
why she's so mad at him. Why are you so
Right.
angry with this
Because
man?
Derek is one of the characters who, anytime he has scenes with Leslie, he tells her about herself.
Yes.
That from day one, even like early on back in the day, when all that stuff first came out, I remember one of the first scenes that he had with her. It was when she was getting loud with Ashley, and Derek stood up and was like, "Don't talk to her like that."
At Orphe Jeans. Sure did.
Yeah, yeah. So Derek is one of the ones that he don't take it from her like other people do, who just stand there silently and let Leslie yap on. Derek will check her, so that's why she don't like him. And I love it because that scene that they had this week, you could see that Derek was getting under her skin. Like, he's one of the only characters that gets under Leslie's skin like that, and can walk away from Leslie with a smirk on his face, and she's bothered, and it's normally her doing that to other people.
So let me ask y'all this question right quick. What was this with Isaiah trying to tell Eva once Eva found out this whole wedding plan stuff? He said keep one of the dates, get rid of the others, have a big old party, and I'm like, why would you do that? I mean, I understand they're
Right,
gonna
just
turn it
cancel
into
them
a
all.
fundraiser, but just to he said we're gonna do that just to keep your mom happy or at bay or something. That goes back to what y'all was saying about enabling. Why you got to go
Yeah.
through all that to keep her happy?
Right.
I think what his goal was for them to agree to have a party or agree to keep one of the dates. Then she would have no reason to try to reserve those other backup dates, and then those dates would be released for Chelsea and Madison to pick from. Was what I guess what that plan was supposed to be, but that, like you said, that's goofy. You're basically giving her what she wants,
Right,
just
because
to
it doesn't. It might help Chelsea and them free up some space, but you're still giving Leslie what she wanted. I mean, you can't be in one place. I mean, you can't be in multiple places at multiple times. Anyway, it was going to come down to one date, whether she booked the whole month of February.
Right.
So I mean, for him to say, okay, well, we can do it like this, and that'll make your mom happy. I'm like, dude, I don't think you want to start doing that. She gonna see you as a resource.
Yeah.
She already does.
Yes.
It's very weird to me the way he's just so nonchalant about
Her mom.
about Leslie. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, well, it could be worse." Or, we'll just deal with it. We'll figure it out. Or he just kind of laughs off the stuff that she does, and it's like, I don't understand.
Right.
And I don't feel sorry for Chelsea and Madison, because Kat has been telling these people for months about Leslie, telling them for months, and everybody tells Kat, "You need to get over it. You need to mind your business. You need to let it go." And then Leslie does something to someone else, like you said, Chelsea and Madison don't even interact with Leslie like that. And here Leslie is doing something to try to ruin their wedding plans. And Danny and Madison and Chelsea, want to be upset about it. And it's like, I don't really feel sorry for you guys, because everybody is just so dismissive of Kat and how she feels about Leslie and all the crap that she does. This is what y'all get. This is what y'all get for trying to take the high road and no one confronting the issue. Y'all just let Leslie do whatever she wants.
Yep. I agree.
And she told Isaiah that too. It's like, is this something you want to marry yourself into?
Right.
I wish she would just stop
warning him. Yeah.
Yes, because how long are we? This is the other thing that frustrates me about the writing when it comes to this. How much longer are we going to have to get scenes of Kat trying to warn people about Leslie or Eva, because this is like what, the third time that we've had this interaction with Kat and Isaiah, and it's always Kat trying to warn him about those two.
Mm-hmm.
So is something going to happen, or is this just going to be a cycle of this is all they have Kat do, and
Right.
there's nothing that comes of it.
Yeah.
It's going on a year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like if they're not going to, if this isn't going to result in something, then I just need them to isolate Kat and Eva from each other. Isolate their storylines, isolate their interactions. We don't need it, because it's the same thing over and over again, and it always ends up in Kat looking like the jerk, and Kat looking like, you know, the one that just can't get over it, while everybody else is happy and moving on with their lives.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we talking about next?
I don't remember what else happened this week.
That whole thing with Nicole, Kyle, and Carlton.
Oh, where Kyle went in her office being an idiot.
Yeah, that part.
He was doing too much. Talking about, I came to get my watch. He knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it got nothing to do with Nicole. like she brought this upon herself. He was being petty, but she brought it upon herself, and this is what she wanted. This is what you get when you deal with two men. But at the same time, she could easily drop them and get a whole new set of men. So they're choosing to stick around and compete for her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not holding anybody's hand. She said, "Hey, this is how it is." I mean, and the fact that this man went back and apologized, same with like Carlton, I'm like, it can't be that great that you're still like waiting for your turn when she's done with the other guy. But
yeah,
that's the game that she wants to play. And she talking to Vanessa in the preview saying like, "Oh, I get to be the girl who gets to kiss and tell, and I love it." I'm like, oh. I'm like,
this whole thing is they clearly aren't able to play in this role that she wants. And I mean, they keep doing things and then turn around and say, "Well, I'm sorry, I'll get back in line." And it never happens because that's not where they want to be. And she
right.
put him on ice from what had happened. He came back and gave a whole key to his house. That's a red flag to me. Y'all not even that usually give keys to houses when you're deep into the relationship. Y'all ain't even in a relationship. Y'all just hooking up.
Right.
And I mean, granted, she was like, I don't want to, but that's still a red flag. You got these men doing things. I mean, we already had Carlton going to talk to Vernon. Can I date you? Get your approval to date your daughter. This man giving keys to his house. None of this is a flex to me. None of it.
Neither one. And I think the most pitiful of it all was Carlton was waiting for over 30 plus years just to get Nicole to even look at his direction, because prior to that, he was just a friend. He was Uncle Carlton.
Carlton is the bird of all birds.
Okay.
I would.
I don't know. What does that mean?
Even if he was in love with her for 30 years, there is no way in hell I would admit that to anybody. I would have kept that to myself. I would not let anybody know. I was sitting around waiting 30 something years for you and your husband to fall apart because that's how long I've been in love with you.
Girl,
And now I can get my chance. Like, come on, bro.
there are a lot of men that what is the term is called male orbiters who sit in the friend zone hoping to get to a point where they're able to get with that person.
It's one thing to sit in the friend zone. It's another when it's your best friend's wife.
Wife.
Like,
Yep.
that just makes it even more pathetic.
And
weird.
he put himself on the sideline. We never hear about talking about having children or an ex-wife or
yeah. That's the other thing. If he had been married or something or had some type of long-term relationship or something during this time, it wouldn't be as weird. But like you said, since we ain't heard nothing about an ex-wife or, some type of serious relationship that he was in over the years, it's like this man was really single this whole time because he was waiting for Nicole and Ted to break up. He was crossing his fingers and hoping that Nicole and Ted broke up at some point. That's why he never got married, or that's why he never, was never in a serious long-term committed relationship.
Yep. And then Vernon's giving this man advice like, well, let's waiting a little bit longer for her. He could be waiting forever because who's to say that she wants to get married again? Who's to say that she might get tired of either one and get a new set of guys or get a younger guy since she likes the phase that she's in right now? It's like, what was the whole purpose of you waiting like this for her? So I feel it's more pitiful on Carlton because Kyle just came into the situation. This man, Carlton, put himself on the sidelines waiting for Nicole. Saw her kids grow up and everything.
Well, y'all know where I stand with all this, so.
We know.
I mean, both of them have been not on the same page as she is. And at some point, if somebody is not on the same page as you are, maybe you should move on.
They need to move on. Nicole's having fun.
Yeah, that's a lot of drama to me. I mean, if I was in a situation, which I would never be, but if I was in a situation like that and that type of, it's just too much drama and chaos for me. I'd be like, listen, y'all go head on. I don't want no parts of neither one of you. Since we can't all get on the same page, I'm done. Peace out. Because they can't have nothing to fight over if there's nothing to fight over. So I remove myself from the situation, and now what y'all gonna do? Go find somebody else. Bye.
Yeah, that's why I feel it's never gonna really be on Nicole because at least she's been honest, at least with her intentions and letting them know, hey, don't wait out for me. Like I can't reciprocate what you guys are asking me for. If you can't handle it, please move on. She's been upfront at least about that. And I had to give her credit. If she was lying to these men just to keep them around her orbit, then I'll be looking at her crazy. But these guys are willing participants though.
But at some point, what do you call the piece for yourself? I mean, somewhere along, you're the director in this movie. So, I mean, at some point, if they're not moving based on the script that you provided, you need to cut them loose.
I guess she'll do that when she is no longer having fun getting what she wants out of either one.
The question is this really having fun? Or is she just, I don't know about all that, but, I mean, they want to make it look that way.
When she's talking to Vanessa, she seems to be
Vanessa.
When she talks to Vanessa and when
Vanessa
she talks to Danny,
ain't a replica of anything that she needs to be talking.
No, I'm just saying, like when she's talking about her situation with them, she seems to be enjoying the attention she's getting from both of them. So I guess my thing is when she starts to feel like, okay, I'm not having any fun anymore, then yeah, she needs to take matters into her own hands and cut it off and remove herself from the situation. But if she is still having fun, if she is still enjoying the benefits that she's getting from dating both of those men, then there's no reason for her to cut it off. If Carlton and Kyle are not satisfied, then it's up to them to walk away.
Right. She kind of puts the control in their hands and say, hey, if you're comfortable with this, we'll stick around and we'll have our fun. If not, then hey, hope we can still be friends. She doesn't pressure anything, and she allows the choice to be either with either men. And plus she's getting pleasure from both of them, so she's happy. But I also think that a little bit like deep down, she likes sticking it to Ted. And this is the way that she's doing it. She's dating two men in close proximity to Ted.
Yeah, right, all that is going on up at the job. You got that lady that's watching, and I mean, I forget whoever that director is. I mean, it's just way too much going on. People popping in when they want to fit. It's just too much drama. And I mean, obviously, this is drama for the soaps, but I mean, whether you're, in this case, she's being open with them, but I just don't see how. I mean, she find it as an ego trip for the moment, and it's like, oh my God, I got two men chasing after me, and that's, I guess, a tickle to the ego. But at some point, you can't control the actions of another person. Again, you can only control your actions. And I guess Keish, like you say, I don't know. It looks like she's enjoying it. Part of it might be sticking to Ted, like what Bree said. But that's a lot going on. I mean, seriously, in my opinion. So I wouldn't do it at all. And I'm her age. So
I have a question. Mm-hmm. What if this was Taylor doing this? Would this be a better situation for her versus her sneaking around with Deacon?
I mean, I think three adults in a consensual relationships that none of them are cheating on spouses. I've never seen a problem with people dating multiple people as long as everyone is being honest with each other and everyone understands where each other stands and you're having fun. The minute you're not having fun, then it's up to you to walk away from the situation. It's up to you to tell the person that you're dating, I'm no longer enjoying this. We want two different things, and I can't wait for you anymore. Or you're trying to take things too serious, and it's making me uncomfortable. I gotta walk away because we're not on the same page. Like that, everybody just has to be adults about it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, humans are social creatures. At some point, when you exchanging energies like you do when it comes to schmecks, it's not as simple like that unless you have no emotional attachments. And most people that do that are pretty psychopathic at that point because there's no connection there. I mean, right now, I think her get back is sticking it to Ted. That's the fuel to keep this going. Um, if that goes away, does she really truly want to be involved in this? That's where I think the question lies. And I mean, speaking for myself, I'm a germaphobe. I just don't have an interest to sleep with have two different sticks in and out of me. That's just me. But I mean, the way that they plan this out, it's an ego boost for her coming out of a relationship where she felt that she's been lied to. I have a feeling that she's enjoying the fact that she's sticking it to Ted, whether she knows he's paying attention to it or not. So.
Yep. But I will say there's more ladies who are eyeing Kyle now. Shanice was it her aunt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
He's like, I love the view. Oh, he is so fine. Oh, and you're an orthopedic surgeon? Oh. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
girl, like, it's parched over there, are we? But I do like the aunt as well.
She's funny.
Especially the way she stuck it to Leslie. I was like, yes.
Mm-hmm. Did you see how quickly Leslie?
Shut up.
What it? No, when she it was when they were when she, I think they were coming off the elevator or something, and her aunt said something about going to say hi to Ted, and
Mm-hmm.
Leslie turned around and was like, "Excuse me." I'm like, this woman is like top tier delusional.
Yeah.
Like, how are you walking around trying to check anybody that mentions Ted's name? And that man has told you multiple times he does not want to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
I, it just it's insane. It's crazy. And the thing that annoys me about Ted is that he stands there and listens to this woman talk every time she barges in his office, walks in his office, or he entertains um, Eva when Eva wants him to go tame her mother. And it's like Ted has never been able to tell that woman what to do, because if he did, if he was ever successful about it, she wouldn't even be in town right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Nobody would know who she is. Like, why do you keep going to him to take care of your mother, to try to control her? It makes zero sense. And then they use the word co-parent, and it's like Eva is damn near 30 years old.
Right.
You guys aren't co-parenting. She's not 5.
Right. Like my son. Like.
I mean, well, I mean, you might not be co-parenting on a level where, they're younger children, but that never ends.
Oh,
It
I
never
agree
ends
with
when
that.
when it comes to weddings, babies, grandchildren. Somebody got sick or was in an accident, and the parents come together. So you're gonna always be, if you're not living in the same house, you're gonna always be co-parenting with the other parent. Um,
I guess I don't consider that co-parenting. I consider that just parenting. Co-parenting to me is sharing custody of your child, making sure that both of you are making sure that your kid has what they need, that you're doing the events, you're making agreements to make sure that your kid is taken care of. Like, my parents divorced when I was 13, 14 years old. They would go for months without talking to each other. It wasn't weird to us. They were divorced. I, Hearing Ted talk about co-parenting with Leslie when Eva is almost 30, it sounds ridiculous to me, because it's like they're making it as if Eva is 5 and they both need to, I don't know, still help raise her. Like, it just doesn't, I don't know.
I don't think
I just don't understand that.
Like, I get both of your points. For me, I feel like when Eva goes to Ted, it's like he wants him to babysit her mother and kind of pick up the slack now that she has his new life, a new boyfriend, new job, and she can kind of break away from her mother because she had to be the mother to her own mother. And now Ted has already shown Eva with the way that she's manipulated him, trying to get funnel money to her mother, and like overlook some of the things that both she and Leslie have done. Like, she knows she can go to Ted and use him that way. And it's not his responsibility to babysit Leslie, because even Andre was going to go to Ted about Leslie. Like, Eva's grown. It had nothing, anything that Leslie is doing, that's a grown woman. She can do whatever she wants. but he shouldn't have to be given the responsibility to babysit Leslie.
Yeah, I didn't
No,
understand that part either. Why did you go to tell your dad to get your mom under control? And it's like, has Ted ever been able to get your mom under
He
control?
hasn't.
No.
He
So
hasn't.
for her to run over there and say that, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, with the co-parenting thing, I mean, it doesn't end entirely. It just evolves into something different as the adult children get older. So I mean, I guess to a certain extent, and that whole thing with babysitting Leslie, yeah, that's ridiculous. However, when it comes to things with regards to hey, we need, like, I mean, we've seen Ted and Nicole come together to talk about what the heck is going on with Martin, what the heck is going on with Kat, and different things like that. Or, Bill and Danny come together with the whole situation that went down with Chelsea. Or when the kids had to take the BRCA gene test and they came together to support them. So it evolved. It's still there. It just evolves to a level based on the age that they're in. So yeah.
absolutely.
Say it again. What'd you
Oh,
say?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just what they're asking, what Eva's asking Ted to do, she could do herself
Yeah,
and put
that's
her own
dumb.
mother in her
Yeah,
place.
that's dumb.
Because that's affecting her life. If she's an adult, she need to move like one. You
Mm-hmm.
don't go to your dad to go babysit your mom. They're not even together.
Mm-hmm.
But she keeps doing it because every time she does,
Runs and
he
right.
basically, you know,
Yep.
Allows
gives
it.
her what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pretty much.
And still fails. Like, this is like the third or fourth time that Eva has asked him to interfere.
Mm-hmm. And it never works. Cause she keep doing what she gonna do. You can't control Leslie. Leslie gonna do what she wanna do.
And did you see the way when Leslie kind of put her butt in Ted's face when she was doing her little, I guess, seductress
Mm-hmm.
act? And it was like Ted was almost hypnotized, and he was like, "Nope, nope." And it's like, just put Ted and Leslie together, isolate those two, and keep them away from everybody else. Because why are you still acting like you're tempted by her?
Mm-hmm.
All the BS this woman has done, all the damage. She came into town, wrecked your family, and continues to antagonize your ex-wife, your daughter, and their entire family. The in-laws, the your nieces, like, why are you entertaining anything with this woman?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you brought this mess into everybody's life. And I feel like maybe 10% of the antagonizing and the harassing that Leslie does is Ted, and the other 90% is the Duprees.
Yes.
This is Ted's fault.
Mm-hmm.
And he still acts like he would jump into bed with Leslie again if he had the chance. I don't get it. This woman has threatened your daughter more than once.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay. Let's see what else we got, y'all. I think is that all, everything. We only had 3 days worth of dialogue.
We didn't talk about Anita and Bill.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That scene, that was a good scene.
That was a
as
good
much
one.
as I can't stand Bill, his scenes with Anita and Vernon are good.
Mm-hmm.
He still annoys me. It annoys me when he gets these mushy scenes with them. But they were really good, and I actually like his scenes with Kat because he's always very
protective.
I feel like, yes, more protective, more like a father to her than her own father is. Like, Kat scenes with both Danny and Bill are better than her scenes with Nicole and Ted.
Oh, you got that right.
Mm-hmm. I
You
agree with that.
got. But I love those scenes. That was, and you notice how the Duprees kind of talk out of both sides of their neck. They don't want nothing to do with Bill, but then we'll call Bill, have him do a favor,
Right.
and still keep him in the loop, and then surprise as to why this man still feels like he's part of the family and still wants to be a part of it. So
Right.
it's like you can't have it both ways. It's like,
Exactly.
why call him if you don't want him to be a part of the family? But their scene, I loved it. It was giving, like, the way he was talking about like his mother and what he witnessed, and he didn't want to see that out of Anita. I was like, that's beautiful. Like, I can completely relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
I was really surprised online. They were saying that Anita and Bill are gonna have an affair together. I'm like, nah, I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't see that. I just think he's being, sympathetic to the situation and trying to be, even though he's not part of the family legally, he still, want to reach out to her to make sure she's good. Not something. How did they arrive at an affair?
There's a few people, like a few comments I saw saying that, oh, like they have fiery chemistry together. The way that they look
They
at each
do?
other, even
Where'd they get that
people were
from?
saying Anita and Bill.
Oh,
I do
didn't
not
see
see
that.
that.
I don't see that at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's
Yeah.
wishful
weird.
thinking, I guess. I don't know what that is.
But then there's people who are Team Diane and Team Electra, so I don't know.
Right. Exactly.
Wait, team who?
The Electra and Diane.
Oh, Diane from Young and the Restless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were saying that, oh, they have great chemistry together. I hope that if Vernon catches them in an affair together, I'm like,
Yeah,
I
y'all
don't.
doing too much. Yeah, I don't see that one.
Yeah.
All right, did we get everything now?
I think the last thing was Leslie don't get her house.
Yeah, we was talking about Vernon.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Right.
Look, I'm happy for the small victories. You gotta take what we can get them because it's very few and far in between.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
But the cat had the satisfaction. She just looking and smiling. She saw Eva. She just waved at her.
That was funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was too funny.
And then Vernon got a whole backbone towards the end.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm. I almost wish she didn't, like, why show your hand? Like, I don't know. I guess she already knew that or suspected that the priest had something to do with it. She was blaming Kat, of course.
Right.
But I feel like Vernon should have just let it happen and you didn't need to let her know that, like, confirm that it was you.
Oh, Vernon?
Yeah, because I feel like that gives her, like, some type of, I don't know how to explain it. She's always, like, a step or two ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
She's a step or two ahead, and then she falls 30 steps back,
right?
Like she did with these wedding plans. She gets it kind of like worked up in her head that, oh, I'm going to get the Duprees. Like she's created a whole vendetta that carries no weight. Mm-hmm. There's nothing on the other side of that vendetta. It's just her being bitter and jealous. And I'm like, you got all that money. You're so mad that people have loving relationships within the Dupree family. There's people who actually care about each other within the Dupree family. There's people who respect the Duprees. Everything that they have, she can't get even with the money she got in her bank account.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's get to our final segments. Flip the script, who's taken several seeds, Star of the Week, Pickle of the Week, and the Audacity, the Simple Olympics, and the Lily Winters Award. All right, so for Y&R, what are you flipping?
I would have loved for um, Phyllis or Billy to have called one another before
Yeah,
she had transferred Chancellor over.
yeah, I agree with that. Big time. He definitely should have made that call. Be like, listen, don't give away my company yet. I think we found Jack. Hold your horses. Don't give Victor nothing. I agree with
Mm-mm.
that. Um, I would have had Jack actually, as he was explaining the whole situation, how you treating me like this when I clearly was being targeted.
Yeah.
How could you walk out on this? And I mean, and call her out on her BS. You did something similar to me years ago, and you this is what you're doing right now.
Right. The
After
nerve.
everything we done been through, I done committed crimes for you and did all this stuff to get you back into the graces of the Abbott family. I'm a victim in this situation, and you walk out. Okay, don't come back. Go back to L.A. Buy that little house that you was in.
Yep.
Cause I
Peace.
mean, you realize what you walking away from, all because you think he was cheating. Okay, whatever.
Yep.
All right, who's flip the script on bold? Cause I know Keisha, you didn't have nothing for wine, all right?
Sure didn't.
uh, for bold, I would have loved for Dylan to throw in Electra's face that she kissed RJ.
Okay, I agree. I want mm, I kind of want Daphne to, you know, put Ivy on blast. I mean, her sitting around having these little lame conversations and letting this girl talk and play in her
Mhm.
face. It's like, why are you even sitting up here tolerating this mess? You pleading, oh my God, but Electra and Will love each other. Girl, that is not going anywhere with her.
Nope. At all.
Steffi Forster is your best friend and your husband is the COO. There's no reason that this girl should be talking crazy to you right now.
Right.
Mm-mm. No.
What you got, Keys?
Mm-mm.
Did you have anything?
Mine would have just been as simple as uh, they should have let Dylan put Electro on blast about the RJ
Yeah,
kiss.
I agree with that. I hated that so much. I thought sure Dylan was gonna say something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why y'all dragging this out?
Right.
All right, flip the script, BTG.
Um.
You getting tired, Keish?
Uh, yes.
I know it's
Yes.
like it's 11:30. What time you got to be to work tomorrow? Or you?
I don't have to be there until 9.
Oh, okay. Go
Yeah.
ahead,
I was
Bree.
I, I was
Oh,
trying to hold that in, but
girl, listen, it's late. I understand.
my bad.
No worries. Everybody get tired. It's a Thursday.
I would have loved for Eva to have locked her door. You
Mm.
just leave it unlocked. You getting busy with your boyfriend on the couch, and your mama just walks in, and she wants to just sit there in the funk with you guys
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
and say, "Oh, you can get." She was like, "You can get dressed in front of me. I didn't see it all. Don't mean you see
Exactly.
what we got going on now."
I mean, I got a 28-year-old and a 25-year-old. I don't want to see. I might have saw that when they were born, but no.
Just 0 boundaries with her.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mine would have been Ted telling Eva no when she ran to him about Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be refreshing.
Yeah, no, I can't help you. She's not my responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You need to learn how to set boundaries with your mother.
Yep. I agree with that one. I was gonna say that she got to stop running to Ted. Ted need to be like, look, you. That's I understand that I can't keep your mama in control.
Right.
I can.
That
I
had
mean,
nothing to
I'm
do
I'm
with me.
holding up my life trying to keep your mama from doing what she doing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing if she's being abusive to Eva or something like that, and Eva's looking for help or protection, but it's another when it's just your mama being her usual nuisance, menacing self. Like that's between you and her. You figure that out.
Right. Yep. All right. Who's taking seats on YNR? Diane.
Okay. Victoria
Mm-hmm.
Victoria for sure.
and Nate.
What?
And
You
Nate.
got one for YNR, Keish?
Yeah, because I saw that scene of
With Nate and them?
Victoria. Not that scene and the scene where wasn't it this week when or maybe that was from last week when Victoria was just nonchalantly talking about Victor kidnapping Jack
Yeah.
with Adam
And
and
she
Nick.
was like,
And Nick,
well, by any means necessary in so many words.
yeah, because Nick was like, are you okay with this? I'm so confused right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Nate, yeah, I had no words for that scene with Nate and Kane.
Yeah.
Victoria.
All right. Seats on bowl.
Electra for sure. RJ also. Will too. And Ivy.
Yeah, I gotta give a seat to Will, how he was talking to his parents, and I'm gonna give a seat to Eric because he wanna act like, oh my God, this shouldn't be happening to me. This is my stuff, and it's like, dude, you got paid. Sit down and be quiet.
All right.
And mine is going to go to Eric.
Mm-hmm.
You did all of this fussing, going over to Logan, and you pretty much inviting your own services, and
Right.
you get mad at you're questioned about it.
Exactly.
We don't feel sorry for you, sir. So sorry.
Nope.
Well,
Nope. 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 All right, and seats on BTG.
Leslie's gonna take. She needs a plane full of seats. She needs one of the military aircrafts full of seats. She needs to just. Oh, she was work. She was working my nerves this week. It was they like. I would like an antagonist that doesn't always get their way. That they have like some bit of a downfall because it kind of makes them human. Like she's moving like a whole villain, super villain on this show.
I would say that she's not even supervillain status because that's giving too much credit. She's just being a nuisance.
Yeah, she's annoying.
Like it's not even like there's no purpose in what she's doing. There's no. She basically is just living to make everybody's lives miserable because she's miserable,
right?
Or because she's bored. Like the whole thing with the taking up all the dates because she knew Chelsea and Madison were planning their wedding. Why was that necessary? Like, why did they don't need to have her in everybody's scenes plotting and scheming just to piss people off.
Right.
And I think that's what's annoying about her character. Like with Phyllis, you see her doing something where she's trying to take over a company. Like she's actually scheming towards something.
Right.
Not just because, she doesn't we don't see her just randomly doing things because she doesn't like sharing. We don't see her going into the coffee shop like, I don't know, knocking over glasses or just throwing insults at Sharon on a random day. But that's what we see Leslie doing. For no reason other than because she's just a miserable person. It's like she has no direction. no goal. Like I don't know how to explain it. She doesn't feel like a villain to me. She's just like a little gnat that just flies around the screen
Yeah, she's
and just
very annoying.
antagonizes and yeah and it's just annoying as hell. Unlike Joey, who like Joey's a villain, a villain type character.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see him, but his purpose every day isn't to find somebody to annoy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Trisha Man Grant is she's a great actress, but the way they have written Leslie since the reveal has just been it has not done that character any justice. There like it doesn't serve the character at all. Like
Yeah.
some of the stuff she does can be funny, but it's like
Some of it is overkill.
it's yes it's
It's just
overkill
doing
and it's
too
just
much.
become yeah it's become clownish I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't take her character serious at all.
Yeah, I mean, there was no reason for them to create dialogue with her putting a wedding out there that her they just started dating. They just became boyfriend and girlfriend and you planning and picking up venues and all this stuff. It's
Yeah.
just a no it's just like why what
What was the
for?
point of that? Yeah. What was the point of
Yep,
that?
yep,
They
yep.
could have had her like they gave her this clinic that wasn't her idea. This could have been something that she could have taken serious. But even with this, it's like
Buffoonery.
everything
Mm-hmm.
that she does is just like this big to do. She turns it into drama. She can't just have a serious conversation or have a serious moment or like actually be genuine about because
Mm-hmm.
she's not even genuine about this clinic. She's doing it for the notoriety
Clout.
and the status. Yeah, and for clout. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
exactly that. She's doing it for the clout. So she doesn't even genuinely care. So even when they for a moment they try to have like a little moment of, oh, I remember when I was young and you would skip your doctor's appointment so you could afford to take me to mine. And it's like, it, I don't feel anything in that moment because Leslie has been just so nasty and annoying and miserable. It's like you can't have her be like a complete jerk to this stranger who's trying to help her, and then in the next moment you have Eva telling some story about how great of a mom and how selfless of a woman that she was because she took care of you when you were younger and she put you before her. Like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't work
Yep,
because
I agree.
she's such a mean, miserable person all the time.
Right. Yep. Okay. All right, girl. We gotta keep this moving so we can get everybody.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's not Friday. It's Thursday.
You're right. You're right.
But yeah, I know you got a lot to say, and I agree with you. I mean, she is just. It's some of the dialogue is just over the top. It's just too
Yeah.
much. All right. Take a seat. We did seat. So, start of the week. YNR.
Okay, help you there.
I will, as much as I was mad at the character, I will give Susan Walters her flowers for her acting.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know. I mean, if I guess I could jump on that ship with you because I really no it doesn't nothing really
Slim
stands out.
pickings.
Yeah, huh?
Slim pickings.
Yeah, exactly. All right, bold star.
The actress that plays Dylan once again.
Yeah, I agree with that. What about
Just
you?
based
Oh.
just from that scene with the lecturer. That was a great scene.
I was actually going to give it to Don DeMont, who plays Dollar Bill, especially the way he handled his son.
Oh yeah,
That
I can agree
that
with
was a
that.
great scene.
Yeah, it was.
That was good.
And even Monday's episode when he was trying to get the Foresters together and let them know, like, hey, this is how it was. And this is the truth. I love his scenes.
Yeah, he was direct to the point and factual.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was. All right, star BTG.
Um, I was gonna say Trisha, but I'm actually gonna give it to Timothy, who plays Bill Hamilton,
Mm.
because that was a really great,
Yeah, that was a nice scene.
That's a good pick. Yeah.
That's a good one.
like that was really great acting, and the way that like Cat kind of collapsed into his arms, like the whole emotional moment, that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
All right, Pickle, Young.
Victoria, I can't stand that woman. I can't
Nate
stand
with
her.
his putting that cape on. I'm gonna give it to Nate. All right, and what about on B&B?
The proper twins,
Ah, you crazy.
Ivy and Electra.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Ivy's weirdo behavior
Yeah,
in
that
the
was
scenes
one.
with RJ.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give a to Brooke, and I mean that whole interaction, and I mean even when Ridge tried to tell her like, yeah, my dad, we did this to him. No, this is Bill and Katie's fault. She just hates
Yeah.
me. It's like, girl, stop.
A mess.
And then Pickle BTG.
Well, go and give it to Leslie. Now she's earned all of hers this week. Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Leslie specifically for the Chelsea Madison situation.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I am going to give it to Kyle. I mean, you dropping keys and everything. It's like, dude, chill out.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would have preferred Kyle to stay being happy with friends with benefits.
Yeah, he gave that tried to get that woman a whole key. You can come and go as you please. I'm like, wait, what? All right. Simple Olympics.
So for me, bronze is gonna go to Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Silver will be RJ. Gold is gonna go to Kane. And platinum and cosmic and intergalactical is going to go to Nate.
I agree with
Nathaniel.
that one. Did you say Daniel?
Nathaniel.
Oh, Nathaniel. Yeah, I'm gonna give
I
it.
thought you were gonna give Will a medal.
Well, I'm gonna
because
give.
of the way
I'm
he
gonna.
was.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I thought she was gonna give Will a medal because of the whole interaction he had with his parents about Forrester.
Listen, I am going to give my bronze to Michael because as much as he supports his wife, it is killing him on the inside that he wants to support Victor getting that company back.
He got a mustache.
So I mean, he's not cosmic, and he got a mustache to match him. Call him the mini mustache.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get. Normally, he's at a little bit higher level, but just because he just came back with a little mustache and it's killing him to support his wife, I'm gonna give him bronze. Um, let me see who else. I'm gonna give the other one. I'm gonna give it to both Will and RJ. They up in that office fighting like cats and dogs. Will is caping for the Foresters, even though he claim that he don't care about him, but you in your daddy's face talking about what you done did to him. Really? When you should be over there. And RJ, Electra got you all gassed up. You jumping in this man's face, and Ivy is manipulating the mess out of you. So yeah, I'm gonna give you that one too. Silver, um, I'm gonna give it to. Oh, let Let me see. Let me think. Let me think. It was somebody else I had for silver that was up on that list, but I might as well just get at the Kane. But Nate, y'all already saw in the group chat what I said. I said that intergalactic eons of the largest galaxy, whatever I described. Yeah, he gets that one. The way he put that cape on, insane. Yeah. And then the Lily Winters Audacity.
Oh, that's gonna go to my girl Electra. It's her world. Might as well give her an award for it.
Yeah, absolutely. She unanimously gets it. I'm like, girl, please.
Yeah.
Please. Please, please, please. And I'm gonna have to give Diane an honorable mention. Girl, you sit up here and want to judge this man for what just happened to him when you did the exact same thing. Stop.
The hypocrisy.
Right. All right, ladies. Anything else before we cut it right here?
Not for me.
What about you, Bree?
Nothing much.
Okay.
I will be a year older in about 10 minutes.
Yes, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, girl. I know you got a lot going on with your son, so I know you're not gonna be able to like get out and do some stuff, but enjoy another ride around the sun, another
Yes.
year, and you healthy and happy, and you and your son to get through this, get on the other side of this. So.
Yep.
I hope so. Thank you, guys.
Positive thoughts and good vibes.
Yep, and prayers and all that good stuff.
Thank you, because I'm definitely gonna need it. Thank you, guys. Very blessed. And who knows? I'll probably do something at some point this year. This can't be right now, though.
Right. Yeah, you got a lot going on. Got a lot going on. You about to close up the Pisces month, girl.
Yeah, we usually do, and then got the Aries seasons coming. I'm like, my brother's an Aries that I know how to.
Yeah, girl, please. First day of spring is tomorrow too, I think. Well, it's always warm where you at, so.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're expecting 70 degrees.
Oh, Hirsch. Shoot. Hopefully we get some nice temps. We got up in the 60s today, so.
Yeah.
That's comfortable.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be in the 70s on Saturday, but I won't hold my breath because they be lying sometimes.
I'm just hoping it don't snow again, because that snow that we had Monday and Tuesday was
yes, and it was like
ridiculous.
20 degrees outside. I'm like, oh my God, it was cold.
It looked like a dang old snow globe outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure did. All right, you guys, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. I did, as I mentioned before, there are some early spoilers up on the channel for both Y&R and B&B. Stay tuned for other videos to come, and I think there is preemptions next week as well. I gotta double check because I think we're getting into, this is first round today, so there was a lot of eliminations today. I think there is round 2 or round 3 next week. So I'll definitely let you guys know if we have more preemptions, but I most definitely, it's usually back to back like that. So yeah. So stay tuned for the actual spoilers, and until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye, Soapies. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.